Maximilian.
What up, Carl?
Holy fuck, dude. Sitting here, man. Episode 50, bro.
50, man. We made it.
Yeah, dude. We've been doing this shit for a little while now, dude.
Man, 50. What up, Shama? Oh,
yeah. Hey, look at Hey, text me right before the episode. Oh, shit, dude. Forgot it was 50, dude.
Man. Well,
hey.
The OGs are in the stew, man.
Yeah, hey, in honor and Seamus.
Let's get her going.
Let's fucking do it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Let's get jiggy with it.
Episode 50.
Episode 50. Seamus Johnson, not in the stew.
Hold us accountable.
God
K-Town,
damn.
Maximilian coming to you.
Hey, good for us. Let's get it, y'all.
Do
Happy
it.
to be here.
50, man.
Woo! 50! Let's get with it.
Thank you for tuning in. I know your time is valuable. There's thousands of other podcasts that you could have settled for, but now you're just vibing with two goofy dudes from Wisconsin who like to discuss the
Yeah, that'd be us.
And challenge the listeners to get up out of their comfort zone. Try some shit they ain't done before. This is Hold Us Accountable.
Episode 50.
Yeah, this is Hold Us
50.
Accountable.
God damn!
This is Hold Us Accountable.
Man, dude, it's good to be here, man.
It is.
It's 9/23, February 4, 2022. We started this bitch back in 2020 of August, right?
Yeah. The
Downstairs in the basement.
The unofficial first recordings.
Downstairs in the basement getting wasted.
Remember we had you set up the whole. You got like all the decorations.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff
got
put
the
out.
helmets out and
You got,
shit,
you got all
dude.
the stuff put out. There
Gotta
was
have the essence, bro.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
Oh, dude.
set the stage
Set
for
the
what
stage,
we want
yeah.
to do eventually.
And then we jumped from there. We did one at my house in my living
in
room.
your living room, yeah.
Got a little too loud for the.
Got
Yeah.
loud.
Got loud.
Smashed.
Oh, dude, then we fucking moved into the first garage stew.
Garage too.
Bought some sweet curtains. Dude,
Dude,
that place was lit till it got a little chilly.
Got real cold in that
Real
garage
chilly,
around.
dude. Hell yeah.
And then we turned the garage into our wood
Yeah,
shop.
man. Dusted out every
Sand-
car.
Yeah.
At 40 fucking cars,
I
dude.
was like, man, I got a closed garage for a reason, and it's snowing in
I
here
remember
somehow.
telling you, like, dude, we've been sanding wood for like a week. It's an open concept.
Oh, it is an open garage, isn't it?
And a neighbor comes down. Yeah, hey, my car's covered in dust. Oh, yeah, that's HUA, dude.
That's HUA, man. Hey, hold us accountable. We're at 50 episodes.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us again
God
this
damn.
week. If you are hanging out, you already know the timestamps are up there. The timestamps are in the
Fuck yeah,
show
man.
description or they're in the show notes, whatever it is.
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
We're just enjoying our time,
Enjoying
dude.
our time.
Today we're going to kind of just reflect on our fucking 50 episodes, dude. We're going to do a little, we'll show off our tattoo. Well, probably going to be hard for you.
Yeah. And mine doesn't look great right now. It's all
Yeah, a
white
little
and
scabby.
and
Maybe we'll show them off next week.
yeah, whenever
Let
they
them
look,
heal up a little bit. Yeah,
yeah.
mine's a little crusty, too. We'll fucking...
We did it. We
We did it. We got
did it.
tattoos.
We got it was an interesting process, and
It was fun.
I'm curious to pick your brain about it a little bit, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into
We'll
that,
get into
man,
that.
dude.
If you want to help out the show in any way, all the social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like us, share, whatever, all that good stuff. Rate and review the show wherever you can. If you're on Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple Podcasts, excuse me, I know you can rate the show. Give us a comment
man.
if you can. Tell us what kind of beer you're drinking. Tell us your favorite kind of beer. Tell us what kind of beer we should be drinking.
Yeah, that's a big thing I'd like. Get some beer suggestions
Yeah.
from the outside, because, I mean, we've done hella beers.
A lot of
dude.
beers, man.
When did we start doing Beer of the Week?
The first episode.
First episode?
Yeah, we had the Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
From friend of the show, Trevor.
Yeah, T-Dog.
Yeah, man. So there was
Shout out,
Oktoberfest, I think, from Badger State.
Yeah,
I believe.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Fuck, dude.
So yeah, if, wherever you can rate and review, rate it and then review it by just, telling us what kind of beer you're drinking, what kind we should be drinking.
Yeah, I mean,
What do we do here on Hold Us Accountable? It's
fuck,
50
man, dude.
50 episodes. I mean,
in.
we don't got to get into it too much.
Nah, dude,
but-
we like to try new shit, dude. We like to do shit to get ourselves out of our comfort zone. Shit we would have not normally done just because we had no fucking energy to do it.
Yeah.
No reason that we thought we should do it.
Yeah, we just like, it was just, things that are on our brain that we were like, oh, we should.
Why would we build a table? We should, jujitsu sounds sweet, but
Yeah,
really, why the fuck would we do it?
Exactly.
And the reason to do it is to spice life up and fucking challenge yourself a little bit and fucking have some fun.
And,
dude.
not all people are like that. Some people are like, what? You just think something and you just go do it.
Yeah, man. Some people need a push.
But sometimes people, a lot of times, think about doing stuff, but never have that, like, little extra nudge to just go do it. It's easier to
I should learn to play guitar.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I just fucking
After you watch a guitar video on
TV.
YouTube, you're like, well, Dave has a pretty sweet guitar song here. You listen to
pretty
that,
good
and
at
you're
that.
like, oh man, Grateful Dead has a pretty dope song here.
It always turns into like, oh, dude, I'd love to do that. And then you figure out like, I can't learn it in a day. So like, fuck, put it down.
Yeah.
So it gets us living, dude. Makes life a little more interesting, and then gives us some shit to talk about, dude.
Gives us a chance to hang out, get together, drink some
Fucking
brews.
We've been doing
just
for
shoot the
50
shit.
episodes,
Yeah.
dude. But I mean, for 50 episodes straight, we always start the show with one motherfucking thing, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 50.
Yep.
This is a beer of the week, dude. We got 2 doubling down for episode 50. Ladies and
double
gentlemen,
beers of the
thank you
week.
so much for joining us. Crack some motherfucking shit open. Episode 50 beer of the motherfucking week. Maximilian,
Ooh,
crack me open some of that shit.
this smells good.
I like beer because it's good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Woo!
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. It's on, beer is good.
Oh!
Still going.
The beer is good. Max, cheers, bro.
Oh, cheers.
Good
bro.
for us. Proud of you.
Good for us. Proud of you, man. 50 episodes. We did it.
Hell yeah,
I honestly
man.
didn't think, at the start of this whole thing, if we would make it to 50.
No,
honestly,
dude. I'm gonna be
Something
honest with
new,
you right now.
who-
Didn't think we'd make it this
Who
far.
the fuck knows?
But hey, episode 50, the great beer of the week is a Sierra Nevada Hazy Little Thing IPA. Let me tell you a little bit. You know what? We've done Sierra Nevada before, so don't kind of dive too deep into, fuck it, dude. Episode 50. I'll tell you guys a little bit about Sierra Nevada. Great fucking brewery. Love their beers. Most of them.
Most of them.
Some are a little strong, but turns out good beer can do a lot of good.
Ooh.
We shook things up in the 80s and helped launch a beer revolution. That's in full force today. We keep pushing boundaries, whether it's brew house with a sustainability or in the great outdoors. Their story, man. Ken Grossman started Sierra Nevada with a hand-built brew house, and the odds stacked against him in 1980, back in the fucking cocaine days. I don't know why I said that. That patchwork of pipes, pumps, and tanks began making beers that forever changed the course of the American craft brewing. Take me back. Yeah, so started out in 1969. Ken buys his first home brewing kit. This is like the start of the first main brewer, Ken, the start of Sierra Nevada. This was like his first main journey. So Kenny buys his first home brewing kit in 1969. Hides it from his mom. He was a teenager. Brewing Tarskis, 69 back in the fucking glory. He's probably pumping a couple things full for the fucking Woodstock or something, 1970, fuck it, dude. 1970, Ken discovers freedom in the Sierra Nevada mountains. He and a friend trail hike and mountaineer, often for 7 to 10 days at a time. So they're out exploring in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude. 1972, tired of Los Angeles, Ken joins friends on a road trip to Chico, California.
Hey, Chico!
Yeah, we know a guy from there, huh?
Yeah, Mr. Welcome to his neighborhood.
Yeah, Mr. Aaron Rodgers. This is Ken's kind of town. He moves there 2 weeks later. Home brewing supplies in tow. 1976, helping Chico brew. Ken takes a risk and opens up the home brew shop. Starts slow, but he builds momentum by teaching. She woke up. Sorry
to interrupt. I just wanted to give it a check while you were
God,
reading.
thank
My
you.
bad.
Anyway, we've been waiting for this computer to start for about an hour. She woke up. Glad to have her. Ken takes a risk, opens up a home brew, starts slow but builds momentum by teaching classes to first-timers. Ken's home brewing gets more serious and sought after by locals.
Oh.
Man, this is a time chain. I'm only at 1977.
Hey, keep it rolling. I like
Fucking
this.
A. Ken drives to the hop source in Yakima, Washington. He convinces merchants to sell him hundreds of 1 pound brewer cuts, brewing cuts, samples breweries use to plan big orders. Let me reread that one more time because that was fucking dumb. Ken drives to the hop source in Yakima, Washington. He convinces merchants to sell him hundreds of 1 pound brewer cut sample breweries used to plan big orders. There we go. That was nice. 1978, mountain inspired home brewing is legalized, and Ken wrestles with what's next. On climbing trips to Sierra Nevada mountains, his bold idea takes shape. Build a brewery. Naming it would be motherfucking easy. 1980, hand-built. Hell yeah.
I bet you they're going to name it after a certain place.
Maybe a mountain range or something.
Place they spent a lot of time.
1980, hand-built brew house. Sierra Nevada Brewing Company makes its first trial batch of beer. 5 barrels of stout. Ken built the brew house from scratch, mainly using recycled dairy equipment. He had to test his handiwork with something rich and heavy. In 1980 also, hello, Pale Ale.
Oh, hello.
On November 21st, Ken takes his first crack at Pale Ales. 10 batches later, he finally nails it. New on the scene, Cascade hops give Pale Ale intense aromas of pine, citrus, and a signature that soon sparks the American craft beer revolution.
Hey, we're real quick. I mean, what 10? You said 10 tries?
Yeah.
I mean, we did that one batch, and that was like a month. I wonder if they did them all, like, if they brewed like 5 at a time.
Yeah.
Or if they brewed 1 at a time.
Maybe.
And it was like a whole year long to figure
and then
out
just
one.
Trial and error. Add
for
this, take this out.
Yeah.
Add more of this. Yeah. That's a good question, dude.
I wonder how they did that.
A little trial and error. I mean, that's probably how I'd go about it.
Because, like, I think anyone who has, if you, like, never brewed beer and you're like, 10 tries, like, wow, what does that take, like, 5 days maybe?
Yeah.
I don't figure. No, it could take, that could take almost a year just to figure out one solid beer recipe.
Yeah. Interesting
Something
thought.
that just popped in the
dude.
noggin. Anyway.
1983, a malt and hops giant, Bigfoot startles onlookers, clocking in at nearly Bigfoot is
their beer.
Yeah, one of their beers at nearly 10% ABV and 100 ABU.
Oh my
fucking god! Dude.
Why did they even make that?
Oh my god! Barley wine style ale becomes a cult classic. Also in 1983, Trans Atlantic Brewhaus. Ken gets a tip on a beautiful copper brewhouse for sale in Germany. The price is right, sort of. He can afford to ship it overseas, but there's no money to install it. Once in California, the brewhouse sits in a storage for years. Hop 3 years later in 1986, despite clever modifications and makeshift expansions, Ken's original brewhouse hits max capacity with demand still rising. 1987, the year-old hardsucker Tom was born. Building fresh. Ken breaks ground on a new brewery, the 20th Street location we still call home today. At last, he can uncrate the 100-barrel German brewhouse, give it shine, and put it to work. Jumping to 1993. You were born in 92, right?
92. Hey, can I read something real quick about this Bigfoot?
Yes, please.
This Bigfoot beer intrigued me, so I went to their website quick. So, like you said, it's a cult classic, brewed in the barley wine style, strong and robust with the refined intensity of a wine. Bigfoot is prized by beer collectors for aging in cellars. Under the proper conditions, it can develop enticing new flavors and and character as it matures in the bottle. Each new release or quote-unquote expedition is vintage dated. Collect your own and savor the evolving flavors. So it's like
It's
a
like a collector's item.
yeah.
at this
So
point.
it sounds like something you just like hold on to, and when you're like 20 years later, you're like, should we open it and see what it tastes like?
Yeah, dude, imagine the taste.
You know, so it's almost like a wine where
100 IBUs,
yeah, and maybe
bitter
just like
as fuck.
but maybe as it gets older, it gets sweeter or something, or it gets
Isn't the
less
scale
bitter.
0 to 100 for IBUs?
Yeah, so it's about 100 is about as bitter as you can.
Oh man.
But that's just I think
So they still sell it.
I think so, but I don't know. This is just on their website. Let's see. Let's
Okay.
get this beer. Let's see how much this. Oh, I wonder if it's just. Probably like no. There's
Maybe
no
like
beer.
just in Chico. Oh.
It looks yeah.
Yeah. It's probably a hard thing to find.
Probably.
I'd like to go to Chico. I'd like to visit
Check.
this brewery. That'd be sweet.
This would be an awesome brewery
Yeah.
to go check out.
That'd be fucking awesome, man.
Very, very cool. Because this is a pretty tasty hazy.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm finishing this Busch Light. All right, so we were at 93, 94. The brewery's production grows 50% several years in a row. Ken starts making plans to keep up. 1997, the year I saw a young buck was born. You know, doubling down.
Oh,
Not like a double down in 97. You know.
Don.
Ken goes all in, adding a 200-barrel brew house just a stone's throw from the original 100-barrel German system. It's a major expansion, new fermentation cellars, complex infrastructure, and Ken figures it's the last one. 2004, we install 4 hydrogen fuel cells to drastically offset our energy consumption. It hints at more ambitious efforts to come around sustainable brewing. Getting a
Wow.
little smarter in 2004.
Hydrogen fuel cells. That sounds like something out of Iron Man.
Yeah, interesting. Maybe do a little research on what
The Iron Man of breweries. We have hydrogen fuel cells.
I'd buy that beer. 2007, the Brett Favre's last year in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Or was that 2008? No, 2007.
I think that was 2007.
More energy creation. Our first phase of solar panels goes up, capitalizing on Chico's blazing sun. The system grows to more than 10,000 individual panels, creating 2 megawatts of AC electricity, about 20% of brewery needs. 2009, the Hop Torpedo, which is a fucking potent beer. Had this. They definitely sell this. We launched Torpedo Extra IPA. Our first year-round IPA, our homemade invention called the Hop Torpedo, takes dry hopping to the next level, infusing more aroma without adding more bitterness. 2010, demand is still rising. The Chico Brewery is out of room and a big decision looms. 2012, we break ground on the East Coast Brewery in Mills River, North Carolina. So
Hydrogen fuel cells produce electricity by combining hydrogen and oxygen atoms.
the
The hydrogen reacts with the oxygen across an electrochemical cell similar to that of a battery to produce electricity, water, and small amounts of heat. Many different types of fuel cells are available for a wide range of applications.
Imagine the brewery Doug Heim could build. Jeez.
There'd be lights everywhere.
2012, we break ground on East Coast Brewery in Mills River, North Carolina. 2013, to bring our brewery spirit to the San Francisco Bay Area, we opened the Torpedo Room, a neighborhood hangout in Berkeley, California.
Just hanging out.
I'm just hanging out.
Hanging out,
Just
drinking
hanging
beer in the
out.
neighborhood, you know.
Yeah, 2050, Brewing Out East. We officially complete our brewery in Mills River, North Carolina. Making a beer on both coasts helps us ensure fresh beer gets everywhere faster.
Yeah, that's
Ken,
pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Ken Grossman's son, Brian, steps up to lead the new location.
I wonder if they're called the Appalachians.
Oh, yeah. That'd be because they're over there.
Yeah, they're on the other side.
Yeah. I knew a guy who hiked through there. Yeah,
Half.
of it, yeah. Yeah.
That's more. That's half more than I did.
It's half more. That's in his
2014.
2016, our Mills River Brewery earns LEED Platinum certification, the first production brewery in the U.S. to receive this honor.
Wow.
LEED, Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, is the top green building rating system in the motherfucking world.
Oh, snap.
Moving on to 2017, always eager to innovate, we install a Tesla power pack battery system in Chico to help us better use the energy we produce.
Nice.
The power pack charges when energy demand is low, kicks in when demand jumps.
I've heard about Tesla. They do things with like cool stuff.
Yeah,
right?
they make cars that do things.
They made a car once, right?
Yeah. Elon Tusk or something.
He flew a spaceship
somewhere. In 2018, our Butte County community endures the most destructive wildfire in California history.
Oh.
More than 1,400 craft breweries join us in brewing resilience. Butte County Proud IPA.
Butte is where
Butte.
Mr. Rogers went.
Yeah. Butte Community College is where he played ball.
Yeah. That must be in Chico.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Or Chico's in Butte County.
Or yeah. Yeah.
It's like Green
I don't
Bay's-
know.
Green
Yeah,
Bay's
I don't
and
know.
Ron.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I just remember one time I was the one and only time I was able to go to a Packers like training camp and I'd be on the sidelines. While I was really sick, but I was also wearing a Chico Community College.
No shit.
I was like, oh, he's gonna notice, but he never noticed. And then I was like, oh, he went to Butte. That's why. Damn.
Wait, what did you wear?
Chico. So there's a Chico
Oh.
State and there's a Butte
That
Community.
was probably like his rival. He's
yeah.
like, "Fuck
So
this
he was probably
fucking-"
like this asshole. But I
thinks
just had
he's clever.
this asshole who's got snot pouring down his face because he's
This is you were in your pops, right? You guys got
yeah.
this.
But
yeah.
it was like the only time I would ever be that close to like the Packers. So I was like, I'm fucking going.
Chico.
I was like 12, so this was well before the
yeah.
crazy virus was even a thing.
Oh yeah.
I was like, shit, that probably sounds like I was hanging around Packers. Whatever.
Fuck.
Anyway,
Anyway.
2017.
2008, the
Hey.
Haze Craze, a beer style start to diversify. We join in the Haze Craze with the Hazy Little Thing.
Oh, what I just sipped
All
on.
right,
They did a
less
good
filtered
job.
leads to more flavor that lands us the spot as one of the top IPAs in the nation.
It is tasty, folks.
Hazy's success is the first step in our journey of little things. 2020, let's get strange. We venture beyond beer with the Strange Beast Hard Kombucha. I pronounced that right?
I think
Kombucha.
hard. Oh yeah, you
Strange
pronounce it.
Beast
Yeah,
Hard Kombucha.
yeah.
Whose fermentation's frenzy is tough to tame and a challenge we love.
What is it called?
It is called the Strange Beast Hard Kombucha.
Strange Beast.
Yeah. Just in 2020. A hot bullet. Oh, I've never looked through all this. All right, and then 2021, the big world record. A keg of Big Little Thing flies 438 feet. Wait, what? A keg of the Big Little Thing flies 438 feet, breaking the Guinness World Records title for the greatest distance. A 20 kilogram projectile has been thrown by a tray bucket.
Trebuchet.
Holy shit! What the fuck does that mean?
It's like one of those things. It's like one of those like
A
medieval
tray bucket.
a tray. Hey, that's. I mean, it's, not bad.
Trebuchet.
It's like on it. There is like a bucket almost on one end, but it's like one of those things that like launches
Oh,
shit. It's like a weighted.
So they
it's
were
like
fucking.
physics.
Oh, okay.
So it's
okay.
like they launched, and it's like it's weird because it's almost like in a sling connected to like a long arm, and then the arm shoots up, and then just the act of it, it launches
just
whatever in the
launching-
sling. So they were just launching barrels of beer.
launching kegs of Big Little Things, 438
Sounds
feet.
just
dude.
kind of like a waste of beer.
I mean, kegs don't break, Hopefully, there's someone at the end of that to fucking drink that fizzy beer.
I guess, but
So I mean, that's
can't imagine.
that's the long, long road to Sierra
Been
Nevada.
a long, long time ago.
Long. What are we gonna rate this beer off of, man?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know.
First of all,
Honestly.
cheers again.
Cheers, man.
Tastes good. Oh,
We
where's
could
my
do-
fucking coos.
We could do Packers who wore 50.
Nah, fuck that. We're not doing.
we
Packers.
could do. I was gonna. Yeah, I mean,
Let's
Packers
get out of the
season's over.
Packers.
We could do.
We could-
One of my thoughts was like rated on like one of your favorite episodes.
Yeah, it's our
but-
just favorite host accountable memories, maybe.
Yeah.
Like a shitty beer would be the Great Epoxy Spill,
Right. Yeah.
or what else bad has happened to us during?
I don't really. I mean,
I've been pretty drunk for 50 episodes.
yeah, maybe like recording 4 hours of a podcast
Oh
and then
my-
being like, dude, I don't think we can put this out.
yeah, dude.
Like that's pretty shitty.
Oh my god, dude! Nothing like an episode of just fucking taking too many Vites too, and
whew.
too many lattes.
been
and-
there.
oh my god, hell, dude, bad. It's been a good time.
But like some of our best episodes,
Oh, dude,
the Great Epoxy Pour.
the Great Epoxy Pour, great episode.
That was as shitty as it was.
Decker
It was-
coming on,
Deck-
dude,
oh.
was a great episode.
dude. We did 5 hours with
5
that
hours,
dude, and it
dude.
was like we could have done 5 more.
Oh yeah, dude.
I think he could have done it too. Like we
we could
we were
have
just
gone.
vibing.
We could have gone.
dude. At one
a
point, you got
day.
YouTube put on a concert. You
Oh
guys
my
were just
god, dude.
freestyling.
I was fucked up. Just he was sitting in the fucking dad New Balances, just vibing out, dude.
Dude, that was.
He's putting out
fun,
shit
man.
actually. Decker
Is
Polinaire.
he? Is he
yeah.
putting out new stuff?
Yeah, I'll play it a little later. Actually.
Yeah,
on
we
the
should
show.
because I honestly I listened to all like Red Dot, ABC. all
Yeah,
that.
he
like,
just put out a couple freestyles, so I'll play him a little later on.
Yeah, man.
I'll play him after this beer of the week.
Dude, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
That was a good. Even having our buddy
Connor's
Jazz
on,
the
yeah,
show.
Connor Jasmer's on here.
Jasmer, all the different
Yeah.
guitars he had. We had this whole wall lined with
Yeah,
different
dude.
guitars.
Awesome, it was dope, dude. Oh, so speaking of guests, I have a buddy. My buddy Devin lives out in Chicago, and he works for fuck. It was
It's
a comedy-
fan.
yeah. It's the comedy club where like
Oh,
Chris Farley came
like,
up in.
Not Healy.
No.
It's not.
If you, all right, comedy,
I've walked past it in Chicago. I can't think of the name right now. It's not
Second City.
Second City.
Yeah,
that's
so he
it.
works
Yeah.
at Second City.
No
Writes
shit.
improv skits.
Oh, fuck
yeah, he's a part of their writing crew. Yeah, and he's like
dude.
up and coming, trying to become like a stand-up comedian.
Dude, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, and yeah, dude, he's I've gone to school with him since I was in kindergarten. Super kind of like quiet kid, very awkward kid, and like he'll tell you that straight up. Like,
Yeah, sure.
very awkward kid. You never a kid you would expect to be doing that.
Yeah.
And I knew he kind of was starting to get into it in high school. And yeah, dude, I ran into him, hung out with him all last night, and he was telling me about all the shit he's doing. And
That's
I told him,
fucking
I was like, bro,
awesome.
just come on the show, dude. You could do like 10 minutes of stand up for us, and
Oh, I'd love to
like
pick
he's
his
a
brain,
he's a
yeah.
nonstop comedy set, like
Okay.
stand up set. Like we're sitting at the bar, and at Cock and Bull they have like fucking 100 beers from like all over the world, and he's like, we're just talking, and he's like looking up at the menu, and he's like, dude, it's so funny, like if you just read all these beer names, like these could all be like names of pornos, and he like goes through all of them. He's like just doing it's hilarious. This kid's he's a trip, dude. It's a good time.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he lives in Chicago, but he was in town.
Yeah, he's in town. Like he said, like once a month he's usually in town.
Yeah.
And I told he's in town. Like I told him like, yo, bro, like hop on the show. He's like, oh fuck, yeah.
That'd be fun.
Absolutely.
That'd be really cool.
But more
I
like
would
his
love that.
answer is like, yeah, I'd love to do that. He's like super like you'll meet him, bro. He's a
Yeah,
trip.
we just got to stay on him.
Yeah.
Make sure we get him on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
What
What's
else
another
have we fucking
great?
done, dude? Jiu-jitsu, like, or just even memories of what we've done, man. Have been,
honestly, those first few episodes in the garage, I remember, like actually, like before we started recording, we actually like took the time and kind of wrote out like a mini script for what
Yeah,
we wanted to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
And-
We had ads. Remember the
Yeah, the
ads you
fake
came up
ads.
with were fun. Yeah, dude.
But like we did try to take it seriously to start,
and then we realized like, we don't gotta be scripted.
but that also set us up for like
Yeah.
actually just taking the whole like wanting to do it or continue to do it.
Yeah,
not just be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's just get like 5 episodes in. Like what are we doing?
Yeah.
man? No, we took it seriously from writing and opening.
yeah,
Just like
yeah,
a
like
sh- a
exactly what we're
bad,
gonna say. Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't. I'm not saying we
no,
did a good job.
It wasn't. Yeah,
But we took it serious and we tried. We were like, no,
we were
wanna do
creative.
this.
It kind of got
Yeah.
like our start to the creativeness flow of
right, like
of-
how.
yeah.
And we're still working on it. Like, how
Yeah.
do you open up a show? Like,
Yeah.
like today was different than last week's, and
Yeah.
last week's was different than.
and
the
I
week
hope
before,
next
and
week is different than today.
Until we
dude.
find that one where we're just like, yep.
Yeah, dude.
That's
Dude,
it.
The day we got Decker sent us the intro song
Oh, what a
was awesome, dude. Was
I remember-
super cool.
I remember being like, dude, I really like the rap that what was
yeah,
his
yeah,
name?
Mike,
Mikey
yeah.
had. I like that. And then I was like, man, I listened to it, and I was like,
Holy,
oh,
dude,
I really like
so
that.
awesome, dude.
And I listened to it like
100
100
times. Yeah,
Yeah.
100 times. I was
Over
so
and
excited.
over.
I remember I was at work painting, and he sent me. He's like, "Hey, bro, just did your thing real quick. Listen, hey, if you like it, if you don't, whatever." And I listened to it. I was like, "Oh, so cool, man. That's so awesome."
The people that have just helped out in little ways here and
Oh
there.
yeah,
like,
dude, absolutely.
so cool. Just
Yeah.
cool. Like
It's
we're-
awesome. Having Seamus join the crew,
Exactly.
dude, has been sweet. It's been real cool.
it really like drives home the like you can think about doing something all you want, but until you actually start,
Yeah.
you'll never really know where it goes and how it unfolds.
Yeah, and where I love like how I loved how we kind of transitioned. Like you said, we were at a point where, we were writing kind of scripts, really try and take it seriously, and then like we realized where it's like, dude, we could literally just put a mic in front of us, drink some beer, and just have like a like you're sitting at a bar, dude. You
Yeah.
know, like we're having conversations and like little things we put into it, the games, the weekly challenges, the just the things we've been doing it's awesome, dude.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Trash cleanups. I think that's one thing we have to start kind of.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about.
Once the snow melts, man.
Yeah, start focusing
Spring
on.
is a big month for it. Spring, we gotta.
Yeah, I think charity is one thing we've always talked about. That is a big thing.
Yep.
I want to get boosted back on, and trash cleanups and just fucking vibing with the community.
Yeah, because ultimately, that's what.
And trash cleanups are just fun.
Just hang out,
time,
hike
dude.
around. Like
Oh yeah.
it's like finding, like the opposite of treasure. Like, get rid of that.
But it is
instead of
treasure.
being,
It's awesome,
yeah, it's
dude.
like,
yeah, it's great.
it's like, instead of being like, yes, I found. It's like, fuck you, you're going in the trash.
Great
and-
memory of mine. We hosted a fucking trash cleanup at Green Isle
Oh,
Park.
that was fun.
Grilled brats, had beers, had
was a good
friends
time.
out. We went around the park, and we collected a good fucking chunk of trash out of Green Isle, dude.
I gave like a fake speech as if I was giving it to
Yeah,
hundreds of
dude, it was
people that showed
awesome.
up. That was fun, man.
You remember that?
That was
We were
fun.
like, dude, we could either have like 2 people or like 500 people show up. And it was like, dude, we have like 15 people here.
and it
is
was like,
sweet,
this
dude.
is dope.
This is super
way
dope,
more
dude.
people than I thought.
Had a grill out, grilled brats, dude.
I remember
man.
it was a lot colder than we thought.
way colder than we
I
thought.
remember being pretty chilly.
Pretty chilly, dude. Yeah.
Pretty chilly.
It was a good time. We cleaned
but
up
it was
the park.
fun. It was fun. Yeah, that was. Oh, man, we've had some fun times.
Yeah, I'm thinking back, dude. Like, yeah, man, we've definitely done some shit, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, honestly, this man, the table in jiu-jitsu will always
Oh, yeah.
have a
Special spot,
spot. Just because I remember just being like, we're just gonna do jiu-jitsu, like we're just doing it.
Jiu-jitsu.
And then we really did just talk about it after. We were like, man, like this place, we broke down what they taught us. We broke
Yeah,
down,
dude,
like,
it was awesome, man.
from start to finish, like what we did. We did like the morning like calisthenic cardio routine thing, like,
And they just threw us in there, dude, and it was awesome, dude.
yeah, they were just like, all right, grab a dude, and you're just gonna start choking people.
Yeah, and I remember the day where the
"What?"
guy was like, all right, well, you guys probably shouldn't spar together anymore. Like, let's break you guys up.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, fuck.
But also,
But
it's
then it
kind
was
of
like,
like,
oh, this is sweet.
yeah,
like,
it was kind of like, oh yeah, cool. Like,
yeah.
that is a
Sparring
good
with
idea.
somebody else who like kind of knows. the fuck
Yeah,
they're doing
and-
is dope.
who's not just like, hey, should we just wait and see what they have to say?
Yeah.
All right, let's just.
But there's
Yeah.
also things on the back burner from the past that still have to be brought into fruition. That's a word, right?
Fruition.
Fruition.
What do you mean?
Like
Like
brewery tours. We have
oh
to do,
yes, yep.
things like
Fruition's
that.
correct word there. Yep.
Yeah, I couldn't spell
I
it.
think
Tell
too
you what.
either. I don't know either. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know.
What,
That sounds
two?
right. Fruition. Yeah.
Fruition, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I
like
was
a
like.
fun
it
word.
Sounds like you use it in the right context.
Yeah,
there.
it
I
felt
think.
good. Felt good.
It sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah, things need to. Yeah, we have to do the brewery, Copper State Brewery tour,
Brewery tour.
and the Paint and Pub.
Paint and Pub. Yeah, Paint and Pub.
Do you even know where we can do a Paint and Pub?
I think there's literally one right next to Zesty's by my parents' house.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We can. Yeah, we should
Actually,
do it
never. Well, I don't think that's there anymore. I think that
Let's
turned into Olive's Pizza.
there. Let's just. There's a pizza joint there.
Yeah, dude. There's a pizza joint
Might
there.
have to get some pizza there tonight. Well,
We've
it's
had
probably
some-
Closed.
Oh, it's so fucking good. All right, quick story while you're looking this up. So, I have a very large history of ordering food while I'm either fucking 8 galaxies away or just fucking drunk out of my mind and just falling asleep before it shows up. Happens way more than it should. So, the other night, I had been sick this past week, so I went like a week without drinking. Bought a bottle of whiskey when I kind of felt good. I was like, fuck it, I'm going to clean and, drink some whiskey. And then I was watching Barstool pizza reviews all night, and I was like, dude, I just want some pizza. I'm going to try something new that I've never had. So I ordered Mario's Pizza. It's like a cheese pizza.
Yeah.
And waited all night for it. Was super stoked about it. And it said it was delivered. Never showed up.
Okay.
I was pissed. So I ordered toppers. Fucker was there in 5 minutes. So the next morning, I wake up, and there's a pizza sitting on my stoop, and I'm like, that's my fucking Mario's Pizza that never showed up. So I just grabbed it, threw it in the trash. And then my Seamus's significant other, who stays with us a lot, tweets, like, not even towards me, just tweets like, whatever raccoon came and took my fucking pizza off the front porch, I hope you enjoyed my breakfast more than I would have. Yeah, I was like,
Oh shit!
I was that goddamn raccoon.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
You were
dude.
a raccoon.
I just thought it was another day of me waking up with cold food on my porch I had to throw away,
Oh,
dude. And it just
yeah.
turned out it wasn't mine.
Wow,
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
you ruined her day.
Yeah, I think I really did.
Her whole
She
day.
was hungover as fuck.
She needed that.
Was
za.
looking forward to that za. And after I threw it away too, I was like, that's just cold pizza. I don't know why I didn't just put it inside, dude. It was like 19 degrees out last night. Like,
This wasn't gonna go bad.
I just threw it away.
Yeah, you
Hungover going to work.
Wild.
Fuck this shit, yeah. So do we have a Pallet Pub anywhere or no?
I mean, this
Oh,
place.
Green App. Maybe it's still open.
It could still be there. We'll
Yeah.
have to give them it says they're open 24 hours.
Oh, dude, nothing like a 3 a.m. fucking painting a lighthouse and eating some fucking pizza.
Hey, can we schedule one for like...
It will be there in like 2 hours.
Well, yeah. I mean, we could try to call them. I don't know.
But yeah, dude, so, yeah, we're-
Pain Pub. Things come to fruition. Yeah, correct.
We're gonna rate this beer off
Just HUA moments.
HUA moments.
HUA
dude.
moments. I love it.
HUA
I love
moments, dude.
it. While we're rating this beer, I just want to read, or while we're thinking about what we're gonna rate this beer, I just want to read a quick haiku I wrote. It was just for fun. Just thought of it, came to the noggin, and I wanted to jot it down.
Hell yeah, bud.
And it's, about HUA. We fail and we laugh. When we succeed, we drink beer. No sluts in the stew.
Episode 50, motherfucking nice. Haku. Hell yeah, dude.
All right, man. We're rating this beer. Sierra Nevada. Hazy little thing. IPA.
Oh,
We're rating it off of HUA Moments.
Oh, I got mine already, dude.
You got yours already?
Because it was just a little thing for us that was big.
Okay.
That was big at the time.
What you got?
Is when Mikey gave us that first intro, or when he allowed us to use that song. Remember how dope that was to us?
Yeah.
Like we had intro music going in, and we were just vibing. Like it was just like, this feels official, dude. Feels good.
I think we first unveiled it here too, in this room, because we were sitting in the two chairs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
I think that was.
What did we have before this table?
It was like
we were using like that.
I can't. It was we had. No, there was this little like desk thing, that red desk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had this set up on the red desk, and we just had microphones in our hands. Yeah, I remember that. I think you had tried to make a beat the previous episode, and we used it. Like it wasn't.
It was like some fucking phone app I downloaded.
Yeah, it wasn't great. We held it up to the microphone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, just to add on to little things, like I remember getting these curtains.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, and then getting like the TV, and then the sign, like it, like just the little things. The studio slowly coming together.
That's mine right there for this one. When we went to Walmart.
Oh my God, we got some plants, dude.
Dude, we had the giant ass TV in the cart, just walking around Walmart. Like we had the big ass
Max grabbed a couple plants,
60-inch TV, just like tried to like fit it in a cart.
What'd you guys buy? We just bought that.
Yeah,
the TV.
You're like right.
And hey,
there.
it came in clutch. We've used it every episode.
It's fit perfect.
Absolutely perfect, dude.
It's helped us out.
It helped us out.
And we got the GoPro. We got some plants.
Oh yeah, dude, that was the start of fucking because we didn't.
YouTube.
My God, dude. I'm curious I want to watch our first video recorded episode.
Oh, it was dark. It was. I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up quick.
Yeah, pull it up, dude. Holy shit!
It was dark, not well lit. It didn't look good. It wasn't a good looking shot. Let's go all. Oh, not this. No. Man. Here we go. Oh, no. Why am I having such a difficult time?
Look it up. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Videos.
Man, all the way down to... when was the... HUA 15?
Episode 5th, 1 year ago.
Holy cow.
Was the first, yeah.
Well, let's see. When... January 9th, so, I mean...
Fuck, dude.
Year and a month?
Year and a month ago, we put our first, darker than dick. What, did we just have the string lights? We just turned the lights off?
Yeah, we turned the lights.
It was an Essence thing.
I think we
trying to vibe out.
I'm going to run to the bathroom.
I take my sunglasses off for this one. Oh, man, we were spread out, dude. It's amazing to kind of... and, I mean, a year from now, I think about where we might be or where we are going to be. And, I mean, just looking at these old videos, I mean, episode 15... Episode 50 today. Holy shit, dude. I'm proud of us for sticking to it. And proud of the spot we're at. Proud of where we record. Proud of anybody who has listened to all of these. Or most of them. That's pretty awesome. I mean, most of these things have dragged on for hours, dude. I remember, we did 5-hour episodes. I mean, it just, you get in a room with a buddy and you drink beers, episodes just go on for hours. This one is only 2 hours, 23 minutes, dude. Look at us.
Wow.
Darker than Dick.
Yeah, it was real dark. Huh?
Nice.
Georgie,
Look at that
Corgi
setup,
behind
dude. I
us.
kind of fuck with that setup. That was a funky setup.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh yeah, we had the
pre-signage.
yeah. We had those things.
I do like this monkey
Oh yeah, dude.
thing. I'm not
Jorgie,
gonna lie.
Jorgie's for life.
Jorgensen's
Dude, that would be an
dope.
awesome tattoo. By the way,
That would be pretty sweet.
that'd be a sweet tattoo.
That would be cool.
Oh
Yeah.
man. All right, yeah. So I mean,
Rated the beer.
rated the beer.
Look how just wearing no light.
No light at all.
Like, was I just not looking at the screen? Was I not like looking at anything while I was doing this? It wasn't like, hey, it's a little dark on camera. Camera angle's a little dark.
Oh my god, I gotta go back and listen to some of this shit. Donald Driver, one thing has not moved. He has
and
been
he
there.
should never move.
He's been there. That Miller Lite sign has not moved. And that Holds Accountable sign.
That hasn't
Yeah.
moved.
I remember when I got that, dude, I was stoked about that picture.
Dude, I mean, it's a staple.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome picture.
It's beautiful. When we got the Green Bay sign, that was,
Yep, from Bo. Remember we were going to have Bo do a whole mural? So yeah, only like $800. All right, dude. We'll buy
man,
one of those $30 pictures.
all right, man,
dude.
we'll text you.
Did we buy that frame too? Yeah, we ordered it.
Yeah. I ordered it, and it came all fucking scratched and
Yep.
shit. But who's holding on to things? Not me. Not me.
No, not me. Not me at all.
Not me.
Okay, so before we move on, I mean, this could be a later conversation, but I'll toss it out real quick. If you could record an episode anywhere, like if we could, what is a okay? Let me change this
like
out.
a dream location.
Yeah,
Like electricity doesn't matter.
just
Like
anything. Yeah, anything. If we could sit down.
anywhere.
Or
And
yeah,
just
I
record.
or I could refurbish this question and just say like, think about like, okay, I'm gonna totally restart. Okay,
All right.
think a year from now, if we could be recording, doing a year from now, where would you want to be with this podcast? That question went from very fucking detailed.
Yeah, where do I want to
Like,
be
what-
with this podcast?
Like, what is one goal of yours, like, a year from now? Like, something, like, we always talked about maybe getting a van, traveling around. Like, what's one thing you really want to shoot for with this podcast?
I think I'm going to keep it pretty simple. I'm not going to get get a van. And this goes for everyone included. They're involved in the podcast. I want like a consistent, like, this is the day we do it.
Yeah.
If you can't make it, you're out, and we're
Okay.
just gonna record that week. And it's no hard feelings. It's not like, oh,
No.
fuck you, or why didn't you make it? It's just like, dude, we're recording.
Yeah, consistency. I mean, it's what keeps you
Consistent.
alive, dude.
I just want to be able to put one out every week. I think like like, of course I want the nice studio spot or the perfect setup, but
Yeah, but
I
you
think
gotta start
to
with
start,
the-
I just want to be able to put one out, at least one a week,
I like that goal.
and just be at like a good spot of like, all right, it's fucking Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the day is.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, this is the day we're doing it. If you're here,
yeah.
you're here.
Yeah. Plan around that day.
Right. If-
Like, we gotta be here. At the
Right.
end, like, me and you should be here for it.
Yeah.
You know.
and I
And I like that goal. I fuck with that goal because I got a little light and loose. I mean, whether it's getting busy or
yeah,
kinda
no,
and-
I mean, we're a lot of it.
At the end of the day, it's
sick,
just like we
illness.
got a day. Let's fucking
Yeah.
record.
And even if it's like,
And
okay,
treat it like it's
2 of the 3 people, let's say like me and Seamus can't be there, or like you and whatever it is, at least one person just get on and be like, hey, people are sick. Sorry we can't put out a full.
Or just, try and fucking spit
or
something
like-
out single.
Yeah. Be like, hey, right, we can't put out a full one, but hey, I'm drinking a new beer this week. If it's 20 minutes, like, hey, I tried this new beer. This is how I'm rating it.
Yeah.
I hope everyone out there is having a good week.
Yeah.
Tell me what kind of beer you're drinking. All right, peace. Like what? But just something once a week.
Once a week. Yeah.
To keep it.
I like
rolling.
that. I like that. I'm on board with that goal 100%.
But yeah, no, that's a great question. Like, cause
I like your answer though. I like how you kind of like this is what we got to do before we get to that. Before we, we can think farther, but we got to do this first, man.
Cause the fun thing, it's so much more fun to think like, oh yeah, let's get a bus and travel.
Oh, dude, we've spent hours talking about different shit we can do.
And
But
we
dude,
found buses. We found.
Oh, we did.
Found like
we talked to
office spaces to go.
Yeah,
Be like we could set up in an office space and like. We found these different options, or
I think a dream goal is to have like a studio, like an actual like our own spot, our own place for like people come. It's you're not coming down to a basement, which I fucking love this spot. I love what we're doing. I love the. I'm blessed for the spot we got, but dude, dream goal, have our own studio, own spot, like this is the HUA headquarters,
right,
dude.
Exactly.
Like. But dude, I love we had one podcast a week has to happen.
Right. Whether it's 20 minutes or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like something has to come out.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, like I just said, I think my main goal is to eventually have our own spot, our own location, our own studio with a little more space, a little more area to kind of have more opportunity to kind of fuck around with, do new things. But I like where your head was at, where, like, let's take care of these short-term goals and make sure we're just putting out production at least once a week and, getting dirty with it.
Yeah, and and it's like that, the Pat McAfee podcast he was on, Bustin' with the Boys with Will Compton. Dude, my brain is Will Compton was in my brain, and for some reason my brain just kept saying Will Ferrell. And I had to be like, it's not Will Ferrell. What am I? So like the whole time I was trying to be like Bustin' with the Boys, Will Compton, Pat but my brain was like Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not fucking Will Ferrell.
We just need more cowbell.
Yeah. But anyway, no, because like the first thing McAfee said was like, you just gotta be consistent with it. And it was like that's so true because, and I think if to not, they're making money, right, off of what they do. So they have to be a little bit more consistent and hold themselves to a little bit higher a standard maybe.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like, we just want to do this for fun, and we hope that one day maybe we could make money off of it.
I mean, I think before money, like more of a bait, like a listener base.
Exactly. So before we can even start thinking about trying to make money, we have to like build it up, and the best way to build it up is to just be consistent and keep putting content out and not going like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Whatever it is, and it's on all of us, So because I think we have a good idea, a good premise, a good vibe with all of us, with the whole thing, and we just got to be.
We're just a little. Me personally, a little too lax. Where like it's like, oh well, we could just push it till tomorrow. We're like, I'm on the same headspace as you. We're like, no, I want to put it like, no, we're doing it. It's today. Like this is the day we do it. It's this day every week. Like unless it's like you can't fucking do it, then you can't make it. Then somebody else has to make it.
Yeah, and that's the tough thing. It's like balancing that. Like this is important to us, but it's also if you really can't do it, like there's no one's like I'm not gonna be financially hurt, or you're not, or like people aren't gonna be like ruined by that's a over exaggeration of a word, but disappointed. It's like, so it's almost like a built-in excuse to be like, it's all right, like I got shit going on.
Well, where it should be like, all right, well, I'm the only one who can record tonight.
Right.
How about I like hit up some buddies and be like, hey, anybody want to just jump on a mic with me tonight, and we can just put something out, like
grab a couple beers and just shoot the shit.
Yeah.
Talk, if it's just talking Packers, or
talking
sports, whatever,
or
hey,
talking
have a buddy, talking crypto, talking whatever. Like you kind of find, just at least put something out once a week. So okay, that'd be cool.
All right, well, I like this. I like episode 50. I like to set some goals. I say on this episode, I mean, let's set some goals, dude. Let's set a day we want to do it. I mean, I like the later week. We did Mondays for a while, which was like
Tuesdays.
Oh yeah, Tuesdays. I mean, I think Wednesday's a fucking prime day to do it. Like,
yeah.
I mean, midday. You're in the middle of your week. You're kind of fucking settling back into your week. Off the weekend, and then it's like a good transition into. All right, next week it's Thursday, and then you're kind of flowing on. Yeah. Like it's I like Wednesdays, dude.
Wednesdays, all right.
Wednesdays.
We're gonna pick Wednesdays.
Yeah. Okay, and then all right, personal goal for Carl. You need to teach me how to set all this shit up, and I have no idea how to work any of our equipment.
Oh yeah.
Because if I do have to do a solo dolo show, then I need to know how to do it.
Fuck yeah, and it's actually very easy. So
like, I mean, like, even like, so like, if I'm able to use this, like, am I able to connect to this shit? Yeah. Okay. So Max teaches Carl how to podcast.
Yeah, it's a lot. The only slight bit of the trickiest part is the editing and just putting it together to be able to edit it. But once it's together, it's easy to edit, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
It's like just putting the audio and video and lining it up and then fucking matching everything up.
Yeah, see, that's
Then once it's there, it's like, all right, then it's pretty fucking easy.
Because I've never even made an effort to learn how to do this. I mean, you've just always edited. I just show up and talk.
I know, mainly because I'm not good at teaching people how to do things. I learned that just over the years of living.
Yeah.
And being like, no, I could teach someone, and then you try, and I'm like, how do they not? I'm explaining it so perfectly, but they're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
and then you realize, oh, like they don't know how to do 5 more steps before this perfectly clear explanation I'm giving.
It's like my boss had me teach somebody how to stain, like without me knowing. Like some guy came up to me, he's like, "Hey, apparently I'm supposed to stain with you," and I was like, kind of frustrated, like, why? Like,
right?
I have a lot of shit to do. Get the fuck out of my way. So I'm like, all right, and I like half-ass showed him, and he did a terrible job. I was like, and I looked at him after. I'm like, how can you not just like,
yeah.
Like stain wood, but okay. Also on the same hand, this guy, like, it was a half-assed job. It wasn't like he didn't know how to stain. It was like he didn't even wipe the stain off. He just put it on, and
he just didn't even try.
Yeah, and like, so my boss was like, "Well, that was kind of me, like, seeing if you could train somebody." I'm like, "Well, what? Who doesn't know how to stain?"
Or just be like, "Hey, we're gonna see if you're able to train someone. This guy is not quite fully like." The greatest at
not everybody stains 800 pieces of wood a day.
Exact. So, yeah, a little heads up would be cool from a boss. Be like, hey, but
as being a woodworker, I tell you what, man, I fucking hate staining wood. Hate staining. Fucking hate staining.
I bet it's probably super boring.
Well, it's tedious.
Exactly.
It's fucking. I'll stain oak all day. Fucking for 10 hours straight, not even get frustrated. You toss pine and maple in, fuck me.
So what's the difference?
Oak stain can sit on oak for a little bit. Oak doesn't absorb stain as fast.
Okay.
So like
So why do you like staining oak better?
because you can it's easier to get a color match out of it. So I'm
okay.
giving a color match that's like it's not too dark but it's not too light. So that's like so if it's a really light stain, put it on, wipe it off. Done. Bada bing, bada boom. Really dark stain, put it on, do a bunch of pieces at a time, let it sit. Good. Bada bing. In between, it's like, all right, then you have to fuck with it. Are you using a brush? Are you using a rag? Are you doing this? And then you get to maple. You can have 5 pieces of maple, stain them all with the same stain, and they look like 4 different pieces, 4 different colors.
Interesting.
Just because the grain. Then pine, it's like, all right, this is super off topic. This is funny, but pine, it's like if you have to stain pine a light color,
yep.
it's fucking hell, dude. It's you put stain on, and
It just
pine drinks stain like a
fast.
dry plant drinks water, dude. It just sucks
right
it
up,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so like I'll stain 5. I'll say I have 50 pieces of pine to stain, a super light color. I'll stain them all, knowing that they're gonna be way too dark, and then I have to go back and cure it all with paint thinner. So I have to wipe it all down with a wet rag full of paint thinner to lighten it up.
Man.
But then paint thinner can fuck up your colors.
What? So, why do you use pine?
Pine's cheap. It's just it's a cheaper wood.
Okay.
I mean, a lot of shit's made out of pine, like 2x4.
Okay.
It's just kind of a.
So is it
oak's
like,
more
like
of
a cheaper window is made with pine?
Well, I
or
mean,
no?
no. None of our
cheaper-
windows are made out of wood.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I
What do
mean,
you stain?
fake wood. Our windows are made out of everwood, which is fiberglass
Wood that grows in a mythical forest.
It's fiberglass sprayed with wood shavings.
So when are you?
Trim all the wood that goes around the windows.
Okay, yes. So why do people? So you get pine to put around the windows because it's cheap. It makes the overall.
Maybe they already have. Maybe the wood in their house is already pine. Their trim's already pine. Or yeah, like that's basically. Or some people are. I feel like some people are like, I should get oak. Oak is a nice wood, right? And
Okay.
It's like, well, yeah, but like, I can say to piece of pine, stain a piece of pine and stain a piece of oak with the same stain, and they don't match at fucking all, dude. Like it's
Interesting.
wood is made of grain, and it's just the way the wood is. It dense.
I guess
don't know, it's wild.
I guess so. Yeah, we're off topic. But anyway, so like the salespeople go to people's house. Like, all right, you want this new window put in your front. You want a new front bay window. All right, here's your trim options, and they're like, here's pine, here's oak, here's whatever. And they're like, I don't know, like what? And the salesmen are like, well, pine's cheaper, and oak is more expensive. So if you go with this package, the pine, it'll drop it by like $100. If you go with the oak, it's like $100 more. Is it something like that, or?
I think a lot of it has to do with the existing woodwork in the house usually.
Okay.
So like, all right, so your whole house has oak trim already, so we should probably do oak jams, oak.
And it's because like it'll just look.
Yeah,
it'll all
yeah.
look similar regardless of.
Yeah, but see, yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
it's the way it stains. Yeah, I mean, but the wood is crazy. So like, but you can have red oak, and then maybe I'm staining red oak, but they have all white oak in their house.
Fuck.
So it's okay. Anyway.
I get what you're saying. That is
It's wild, dude. It's a lot.
It's a lot to.
So that's like okay. It's to go full circle. People don't understand, like, staining wise, like, so the guy I'm training, he's like, oh, we're staining a piece of wood. Like, I'll just grab any stain, and I'm like, no, dude, why? You're never going to use penetrating stain if you're staining pine. When you stain pine, you use gel stain. It's literally like, it's a jelly texture, doesn't absorb into the wood fast. And if you're staining oak, you use penetrating. It's the same vicinity as water.
Yeah.
Right. What the fuck is that word?
Viscosity.
Viscosity.
Yeah, viscosity.
Vicinity is like a place, like an area.
The vicinity of.
Look at me with my fucking
look at
words
you.
today, dude.
I can't wait till we get to the V words.
And vagina.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll never know how to spell vagina.
No.
There was I remember in grade school, we had a map up, like kids were making maps of like the West Coast, East Coast, and some chick had the East Coast, and she had like she was doing the Virginias, and she spelt it vagina.
Classic.
And
none
of us fifth graders knew how to spell either vagina or Virginia, but someone told us that they spelt it wrong, and we were like, oh! And then I learned how to spell Virginia.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was like, oh, that spells vagina.
Oh,
okay.
Classic.
Yeah, so.
Classic. Oh, I saw a funny post today, dude. Some teacher was like putting up how you share your screen.
Yeah.
Was sharing their screen to put up or didn't realize they're showing their screen. So this kid's like sitting in his class, like study hall, and their teacher had their computer screen up on the projector without knowing it, and they're just looking up like dildos. And all the kids are just nods. They just laughing their ass off, and this woman teacher's just scrolling. And some kid's like, man, that one looks a little too big. And she's like, what? Yeah,
oh, I gotta see that. That sounds
Dude.
hilarious.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
we talked vaginas, we talked wood, we talked stain, we talked
Virginia.
goals. We're recording Wednesdays. Once a week, one podcast a week. That's what it has to be, whether it's solo dolo, whether it's a full barn.
We're gonna come.
I'm in with it.
We're gonna record on Wednesday. Whether it might come out on Thursday, might come out on Friday. But we're gonna
But it's going to be done.
Record it on Wednesday. I like that.
I do too.
And we'll just if someone can't make it, someone's gotta go and record.
Yeah, man.
All right. Look at that beer of the week. We're setting goals. I love it.
Holy fuck, dude. Widespread beer of the week.
Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 50. Man, we're drinking Sierra Nevada
Little thing
hazy IPA. Good fucking beer. Max rated it something. I gave it
our Walmart trip.
I gave it our first intro song, the excitement of that first intro song. It was just the little things, man.
Just the little things.
It's just the fucking little things. We're going to move on to our weekly challenge. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to go through with it this week.
Because we don't have everyone here.
Yeah, we need a little more of a crew for it.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it.
Absolutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in with us. Episode 50. God bless everybody who's listened. Stuck with us, new listeners, old listeners. Crack open a beer, enjoy the rest of this motherfucking episode, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 50. Be the motherfucking wheat, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Maximilian. It's just a little thing.
I like beer cause it is good. I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, cause the beer it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer.
Yeah.
Beer is good, beer is good, beer is good. It's up.
All right. Max handed me a new brew. This one's a little juicier.
Yeah.
Dude, what a bad... I'd get that tattooed on me. Like, holy shit.
I honestly have never really tried this because I wasn't the biggest fan of the can.
Really?
I'm a big fan of, like, Skull. Like, Skulls don't really do it for me too much.
I usually don't either unless they're speedy.
Unless they're fast, man.
Unless they're fucking fast as shit, dude.
No, and we'll rate this one a little later.
New Belgium don't drink this often.
But I just wanted to grab a new one.
Yeah,
also, this one's 7.5%. So, holy girl. We're going to see how she goes. But,
what is this, like 6.7?
6.7?
That's only a fucking
one bump up,
Jumping up.
It's just a big jump. 0.8 bump. But all right, we're talking weekly challenge.
Weekly challenge, yeah, man. We fucking so our weekly challenge was to come up with a improv skit.
Ooh, this is good.
Is it?
Doesn't even taste like 7.5.
You like it more than this?
I don't know if I like it. It's pretty tasty.
Woo. Tasty treat.
It is a tasty treat.
Hell yeah. So let's talk a little bit about this.
Yeah.
And we'll jump next Wednesday. We'll whether it's a full barn or not, we're gonna do it.
We'll for sure
we're just gonna give the opportunity to kind of get one more person back in.
Yeah.
Seamus is actually not doing well right now.
Yeah, he's got
some weird fucking thing going on.
He's got a head ailment that's pretty not
It's been bugging him.
good.
Yeah, not good.
He just will like have these like sudden onsets of pain,
Like shooting pains, like
through his head.
in his
Like I was at over at your place and I was talking with him and he was just like, "Oh man, I got this."
Yeah, he's been doing that for a while. So hopefully he went into urgent care today. It kind of looked like he's just sitting in bed
so.
smoking a Juul. So
Well, I mean,
nothing a little nicotine can't help, huh?
probably better than. I hope the guy drinks some water, man. But
Yeah. We show up to the bar last night. He's like, I just probably should just start with something light to get started. I'll take just a shot of Rumpelmans to get it. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Yeah, I'll take care of that shooting pain in your head. God. Anyway,
that's
any
funny.
fucking way.
Good for Shamo. Hope you're doing better, buddy.
You want to just to give us something? I mean,
I'm just curious here. I'm just doing a little,
dude.
Goog search.
So we landed on improv skits, which we've done this before, and it's fun. It's a good time. And Max came up, and I'm not gonna spoil it. We're gonna save Max.
Yeah.
I love his idea,
It will
and
be fun.
we were supposed to have good buddy Andy was gonna sit in today with us. Unfortunately, duty's called. He's working. He got called in. He's working. So
Yeah, when you gotta work, man.
gotta work. Yeah, but so yeah, we come up with an improv skit. We were gonna come out and just kind of fuck around and dabble with it, man.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of Googling some 2-man improv skits here. We were expecting 3 people.
Yeah.
So we're just kind of figuring out as we go here.
And Mac, you came up with a great. I'm excited to do this.
I am too, man. I think it'll be a fun because I've always, ever since, just it goes back to like the video games with your brother and me, like playing I'll give a little hint here. Playing Madden.
Man franchise.
Yeah, Madden franchise mode,
yeah.
and then at the end of the season you gotta.
Dude, you guys fucking putting some time on those mother. You guys played seasons on that shit.
Putting too much time. And for
4 scores and 7 broken controllers.
7.
20.
20. We're talking
Dude.
multiple teams.
Oh my god.
No, I don't.
When I'm stressed out sometimes and I just want to punch a hole in the wall, sometimes I just sit and imagine you and Charlie just grabbing controllers by the fucking cord and just fucking ransacking them bitches on the wall, and it calms me down.
Because
I remember watching you guys do that, just seeing like afterwards, and you guys are like, "All right, well, we need new controllers." I'm better.
I just remember like, I remember one time. Well, there was many times. I remember many times, but one of the like distinct, like actual thought out moments through my rages of anger was I had a controller and I was so mad, and I don't remember why I was mad, but I was mad, and I had it by like the wire end, and I was like, oh, I could just swing this back and forth. Like, I don't have to, like, throw it. I can just grab it by the cord and just boom, 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 boom. And, like, I had that thought as I grabbed the cord. And then the next thought after that is just, like, fuck it, I'm buying a new controller. And then you're just like, okay, it's on, and you just
Those are like early stages of serial killers. Like,
yeah,
I could just grab it.
and
just-
you know, my parents will always give me shit like, oh, you got.
You play video games anymore?
No, I can't. I get too.
No, I can't.
I just know myself. I can't. I can barely do games on my phone, dude. I'm playing spades on my phone. It's not even like on.
You are so quick tempered, bro.
It's not even online with like actual real people, and like the computer plays a wrong card, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this motherfucker doing? I'm like, God, I can't, dude. I can't even play spades
God,
with a like. With just
you should
not
stay
real,
away from Madden,
yeah,
bro.
So I can't.
Dude, I'm thinking
It's not good for me.
I'm thinking, my buddies. So I hung out with a buddy who I get to see every once in a while, and he's a big gamer. A lot of my friends are big gamers. Like that's like Seamus comes home and like that's like his like get out of reality time. Like goes
Right.
puts his headset on and just shoots motherfuckers in the street.
I was
Just
just gonna
goes
say,
and
shoots a motherfucker.
yeah, dude. Like that's what he tells me. Like, you know, Dad, it was a long day. I just gotta go shoot motherfuckers in the street. And I was like, all right, dude. And then like I'll hear him in there, just like, yeah, motherfucker, like, you know, like talking. And I'm like, dude, that sounds so much fun, dude. Like, I'm just vacuuming and listening to Swayze, dude. Like, maybe I should try. Dude.
I never got into the shooting games. Really, that was never.
I wanted like I know I'm not a video game person. I was stoked. Seamus's significant other ordered Mario. One of the Mario. She's bringing a GameCube over.
Oh fuck yeah!
One of like the original Mario games. It's not Mario Kart.
Mario Party.
No, I think it's something. Maybe it is a version of Mario Party.
Because like Mario, you know, like it's like a game board.
Yeah. No, I remember Mario Party.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a game that like I feel like I didn't, because Mario Kart always.
Yep.
And Mario Party was like we fucking played Mario Party heavy.
Yep.
And I remember, and now I guess she's gonna bring over the GameCube. Like dude, my gaming days were 007.
Yeah,
007, Mario Party, Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros.
Oh my! See, those I could like if I could, dude. Imagine being able to play like live with people across the like Mario Part or Mario like Super Smash Bros.
Probably can. I'm sure you can.
Oh my! You remember facing the hand?
Oh,
The bit. You remember facing the beating that motherfucker, dude?
and it just.
Oh, dude.
I very
Those are my
vaguely remember that, but yes, I do.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa. I haven't thought about the hand.
Tony
in a
Hawk Pro
minute.
Skater was
Tony
a
Hawk
banger,
Pro
dude.
Skater.
See, I always tried to get into Madden. Was never into Madden.
I think you just watched
I was just never
Chuck
good.
and I just like get.
How much you guys got? And I was like, I can't get
And
into
yeah,
it
you're
like
probably like,
that.
that's why is it? It's not that fun.
Like I'd
It's
rather just play ping pong against
Yeah.
Charlie, I guess, and he just throws his paddles at me.
Oh yeah, we would get. I think it was just that way to like. It's that whole like, sense of control. I think when you have no control over like your life and shit, and it's just like your video game is that sense of control. And when
Dude, I love that. Like, see, like that's a fantasy to me that I'm never gonna get into. Is I've always fantasized about being a guy who can just like be super into playing like Call of Duty, like seeing people like it's like a whole different reality.
Yeah.
It's a whole different reality. Like you literally put a headset on and you're playing with people, real people across the world, and just killing each other, and it's like crazy.
And I mean, when you're playing those games, you are working like your brain is working like at crazy speeds. You gotta your left and right hand have to work completely independently
And
from
I
each
just
other.
never been good.
No,
Like
same.
never been good at that.
Like
dude.
I've always been horrible at like adjusting like looking left and right, but then also like adjusting where my gun is pointing.
To me, it's like trying to
looking.
play guitar while singing. Like things
yeah.
like that. I mean, I can't play guitar or sing, but I is imagining doing that.
I don't know how to do either one, so yeah.
So here's the left and using my hands like that. I was playing foosball.
Well, now your hands will just seize up on you, and you'll be like,
yeah,
fuck,
hands don't work. I think next month I'm getting
you're getting
carpal tunnel surgery on both hands. Well, probably it's gonna be my left hand first. I called my mom today, and I was like, dude,
you should get that done before you're 26.
Yeah, I called her. I was like, dude, today was really bad. The worst day I've ever had in my hand.
Really?
My left hand locked up completely on me for 5 minutes. So I was cutting, and my boss was talking to me, and I was like, I was telling him, dude, my shoulder's been hurting, my arms, I'm losing feeling in my circulation, my whole body's fucked up. For most of the day, I can't feel 3 of my toes on my left foot. The bottom of my toes go numb.
Okay.
Has that ever happened to you? Because this is every day.
Yeah. No, it's happened
I can't
to me.
feel my toes, but it's every day. Jesus. But today, I was I woke up and I'm I can't feel my hand at all, and my shoulder hurts really bad, and I'm I have no feeling in my hand.
How do you sleep on your arm?
I can't sleep on my arms anymore because they go to sleep. When your foot falls asleep. That if I do that, it's my arm goes to sleep, but it's 30 minutes of trying to get it. 2 a.m. I have to wake up and just stand up and just put my arms down so blood flows. So I sleep on my back with my hands like this.
Yeah.
I have to.
Right. Okay.
So
I wasn't sure if you're I sleep
this,
dude, and then I wake up and I can't
this is how I slept my whole life. But I can't sleep like that anymore.
Yeah.
Because I have to wake up and get up. So this morning I woke up and I was my shoulder's hurting more than usual, and I'm I can't feel my hand at all today. And so I did some stretches, but then I was cutting wood and my hand just fucking locked. It locks, but but it locked. And I'm talking to my boss, and I'm dude, I can't move my hand at all. I have no control over my hand at all. And it happened all day today.
Jeez.
All fucking day. We're dude, I picked up a pencil in my hand, and I was just I can't let go of the... Yeah, so I called my mom. I was yeah. I talked to my boss. I was listen, dude, well, I'm talking to him. He's so you should probably get that taken care of, right? And I was yeah, both hands kind of do it.
Yeah.
I was I probably just get them both. He's well, you're not getting both of them done at the same time. So, yeah, I'm going in next month. Well, not next, probably April. I'll get my left hand done, and then May I'll get my right hand done.
I had a girlfriend whose dad's hands were claws.
Yeah, that's how my papa was.
They were
yeah.
And then he got surgery to get rid of calcium buildup or something in his tendons, and he would have to do it one hand at a time.
Yeah,
because he'd have one claw hand.
Yeah, dude, there's a story.
He's a great dude, but just
somebody told us a story. I don't know if it was in our family or one of my buddies where one of their uncles was such a heavy drinker that his hand was literally locked like this
around. Okay,
like a beer can all the time.
Yeah,
you could just slide it in.
No, this guy was just straight his
dude.
Tendons,
that's how I'm gonna be. But by in 5 years, dude, my give me your finger. I'm seriously, that's as much power I got in my hand.
Really?
That's all I can do.
Holy crow!
Yeah, I have no power. I have no strength. I can't.
Your hands look so strong.
They're
too.
not, dude. They're rocks. They feel like rocks, and I can't. I have no power in my hands.
Wow.
No strength in my hands. And when you have carpal tunnel, it's your hands are... Dave Matthews said this once during a show where he was playing. He's I got carpal tunnel. It's funny when you have it. It's your hands are just their own people. And it's straight up, dude. My hands will just start moving. I have no control over it. My fingers just move.
Wow.
And I have to fucking stretch it.
So that's is that from, or do you think, because, like, obviously you've worked with your hands your whole life, basically.
Yeah, I thought it was from my shoulders, but I think it's got to be from my shoulders.
But I mean, like, you've done concrete,
woodworking,
yeah, like all the crazy, the restoration jobs you did. But like,
I'm constantly.
I feel like concrete for sure. Like, I mean, I feel like you were trying to grip like wheelbarrows.
Woodworking's way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just constantly cutting. Like, so I work every day with I roll like 3 rows of tape over my pointer finger because I'm constantly cutting and sliding wood, like having to put pressure on wood. Like if I'm notching a piece of wood like that.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of, and so like, I mean, you can see like I have cuts and calluses, like, so like I tape my fingers so I can cut.
Mm-hmm.
So like I'm always pressed, like so much pressure and compression on my hands where like I'm at the point now where like I can't really run. I told my boss, like, if I have to notch something, I'm like, dude, you got to do it for me, dude. Because the other day I was trying to notch out a piece of wood, and my hand, I had so much pressure on it. In the middle of cutting, both my hands locked.
Ooh,
well,
fuck.
like the saw was running, but like I couldn't let go of the piece of wood because I couldn't move my hands. So I'd like call my boss. I was like, hey, you got to turn this off, dude. Like I can't, my hand's locked up. And he slid the piece of wood out of my hands, and I was just like, finally able to like.
Jesus.
Oh fuck, dude. There's just no circuit. I don't know what the fuck.
Yikes. Yeah. Well,
They're
yeah.
all for show.
Yeah.
They don't work.
My hands are for show.
It's like Ricky. Yeah, it's like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do.
Well, yeah.
It's so weird, dude. It's like straight up my hand. My hands have a mind of their own. Like, dude, I'll just watch my fingers just like, and I'm not even doing it. It's like this. Is fucked up, dude.
So and like no one has your boss ever seen anything like this from like other woodworker like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've seen it through a lot of through a lot of carpenters and
so.
But,
is like surgery like a thing that works?
Yeah, Grandma got both her hands done. My mom got both her hands done.
I didn't know
Aunt Chris
that.
got both her hands done. It's something that runs. But also, Aunt Chris has had shoulder surgery. Grandma had shoulder surgery. But like my shoulders were so fucking wrecked, where I feel like a lot. It has to be.
Yeah.
Like nerves, and I feel like just.
There's a lot going on there.
Like I don't have a lot of strength in my arms anymore. I'm not that strong in my arms just because I can't grip shit. And my nerves are so fucked up that like I'm not able to lift shit anymore. Really? It's like fucked. It's like I feel strong sometimes, but then I go to like grab something like, and I can't even like pick up pieces of wood. Like I can't. I just have I have absolutely no strength in my hands. No strength.
Huh.
It's wild, dude. It's fucked up.
That is bananas.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked for this surgery, dude. Like being able to crush a can again would be fucking dope, dude.
You can't crush a can right now.
I can't, like, that's all my pressure.
Wowza.
It's fucking wild, dude.
You want to arm wrestle, bro?
Dude. We're gonna be stuck like this forever.
I'll just.
Yeah, it's wild, dude.
I
don't know how we got on this conversation either, but
I don't really know.
Improv.
Interesting though. I mean,
yeah, dude, it's fucked up. It's the gnarliest for a while. I thought I was just like, maybe you're just over exaggerating, but today I was just like, yeah, not over exaggerating.
Yeah, like this isn't normal.
Yeah,
right. That's
to the point where like gripping pencils, it locks, and it's like, fuck, dude, like,
jeez.
Yeah, it's not.
Just trying to
write, dude.
Man, well,
yeah. So, I might be doing this show with but I don't think carpal tunnel surgery. I don't think it's that crazy of surgery. I don't think it's that bad. I think you're out for like 2 weeks. Not like out, like you just can't fucking use your hands. I can't use them anyway. So. Yeah. So I told my boss, I'm like, yeah, I'll just go and get them both done at the same time. He's like, so how you gonna wipe your ass?
My fucking foot.
Yeah, so we got improv, and I'm pretty stoked for the improv. I was actually pretty stoked for it tonight. I thought we were gonna be able to pull it off tonight. Big Andy. Hopefully, we're gonna have a my good buddy, guy I went to grade school with, K through 8. I've known this motherfucker for shit, dude, probably close to 15 years. Good guy. A fucking radio voice, dude. This guy's good behind a mic.
Yeah, it would have been cool to have him on. I was looking forward to doing
good, but yeah, he'll be here. I'll tell him Wednesdays.
I think we have I'm not gonna lie. I came up with a fun improv skit for us.
You really did.
I think it'd be. I think it'll be fun.
It will be fun.
And it would have been really cool to have Andy here, just his family background and shit. And
dude, yeah, he's just.
But I have. You were explaining to me when you guys are in the bars and he comes up to you, he's like, "Hey, we're at Cock and Bull here. We got double on the bubble. You know, how you feeling? You feeling?" My buddy Rich would do that all the time, like that. That he loves. He's like, "All right." He'll grab like a pen. All right, here I'm here with Max, and we're about to go out tonight. We got a party to go to. We got a bottle of Sailor Jerry's to finish, and we're gonna have a good time. Max, how do you feeling? And, we're just be like, whatever. And yeah, it'd be
hey, scale of 1 to 10. Probably blacking out tonight.
Yeah, probably puking everywhere. Probably gonna be running home. So the owners of the house don't come after me. Probably gonna be breaking some shit. And I gotta study for a big exam on Monday, so Sunday is gonna suck. But tonight is gonna be fun as fuck. And how you feeling tonight, Rich? And that's how the fuck. And then we just start pounding.
Oh my god, dude! I feel like Rich would be hella good behind a mic, dude.
Man, dude, that motherfucker can talk.
If his calves can fit in this fucking studio, dude, I'd love to have him on.
Dude, he's slimmed down so much. He was like in college, like
he looks like a tennis player.
No, opposite.
And I say that out of all. No.
But I get what you're saying.
He looks like a volleyball player.
No, tennis first. I think tennis or soccer is kind of a good comp. But he was like.
He's all calves.
Like he's about to have a kid. Good dude.
Oh man.
So
what's his last name? Oh, I probably can't.
Name
drop that.
But no, when he got married, he gave a speech. And it took the house down.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
he hit.
God, dude.
He hit his parents, his wife's parents. He hit the buddies. He hit her friends. He hit
everybody.
He hit the laughs. He hit the feels. And he just.
Man.
You could tell it was all from it was all net. He wasn't trying to put on a show. It was just who it was. He was like speaking in his voice. It was just a very. That guy can talk.
Those are honestly people fantasize about being rich. People fantasize about just the normal, fucking having everything.
Being an athlete.
I fantasize about performing in front of millions of people, playing or speaking, and I love speaking. I love speaking in front of people. The only class I ever got an A in my entire fucking life. And I never got graded close to that A. It was that one A and just D's down the line. You know what I mean? Was speech class, dude. I fucking loved speaking in front of class. I didn't give a fuck. I love speaking in front of people. I love it, dude. I fucking love it.
Hate it. I don't even know I'm doing this.
Dude, it took me reading in front, having to all right, here's fucking Where the Red Fern Grows. Read a couple chapters.
Popcorn.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck that. But if I can write something and speak it in front of you motherfuckers, let's go, dude. I'm stoked to do that. Fuck yes. I love that shit.
So, let me ask you something. Say you had to do you had to write a stand-up, 2 minutes of stand-up, let's say. Let's just say. Yeah. Or whatever. Speech. Doesn't matter. Anything you have to write and then speak it, whether it's funny or not. While you're writing it, are you Is it your voice running through your head while you're writing it? Like, oh yeah, I can picture myself saying this.
Yeah, usually.
See, I do not have that. It's always like I'm like, okay, I want to talk. I want to say this like this.
Yeah.
And I have to almost like practice it in my head and then out loud. But I don't have that like, oh, this is like, I can't like write in my own voice. It's so like I can't
see
do
like
it.
and for me like say I'm giving a speech, like say like, all right, you got to give a best man speech. Like my best buddy asked me to be a best man. To me, it's like I ain't even writing a speech. I'm just gonna give it. Like,
Yeah, no,
that's who I am.
get
Like
that.
that's the kind of like I'll write a speech, and that's when I'm gonna give a bad speech. If I write something, prepare something, want it to go a certain way, and then you're actually in the moment, and it's like everything changes. You're trying to like, to me, it's just like put me in front of the crowd and let me freestyle this motherfucker, dude. Maybe I'll probably stutter to start, but then like once I'm going, I'm going. I don't give a fuck.
And
dude.
I'm the opposite where like I'll tell myself like I don't need.
You ever had to give a big best man speech?
No, but like I've had to give.
Were you Rich's best man?
No, he had
his brothers.
He had brothers. Yeah, he had.
Yeah. You're like fourth in line or what?
Yeah, we were all tied for third. Really,
You ever had to
after
give a
his
big
brothers.
speech, like something not in school?
Not in school. Yeah, I mean, dude. Yeah, but yeah, and it always was like, I would do it in my head.
Yeah,
I would be like you, where I'm like, just get me up there,
yeah,
and I'm good.
And then you're in front of people,
And then I get up there, and I'm like, fuck, I should have prepared. I should have practiced. I should have wrote shit out.
yeah.
So like, I know I'm the opposite of you, but I don't actively do it.
Yeah, see, like, but I've also have situations like, it depends the situation. Like, okay, for example, Bunny, my neighbor I lived next to my whole life. Me and my dad went to her wake, and the priest gave his little thing, and I think one of her sons gave a quick speech, and it was a packed house, dude. And me and my dad were just sitting in the back, dude, back corner. Just low-key, let's go pay our respects, get the fuck out of here, you know what I mean? And the guy was like, anybody else care to say anything about Bunny? And for some reason, I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, me.
Like literally, like, her whole family, all her family, shit ton of people.
Yeah.
And it's just a silent room, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, I'll say something. And my dad looked at me like, you're going out to say something, dude? And, like, I got up there and just, like... But the situation, it's like it's a funeral, it's a wake, so it's like I'm already a little emotional. No matter, like, I could go to a funeral, not even know who the fucking guy is. You know what I mean? Whoever is dead, not even know him. I'm crying. Doesn't matter. If it's an emotional fucking, I'm fucking crying. Doesn't matter.
Sure.
People cry around me, I cry.
Sure.
So like I'm up there and like people are crying and like. I was not confident, to be honest, to start.
My favorite neighbor to the left of all time, man.
No, dude, I think I told a story about, I was like, Bunny was just she was real. She was, she was just, like, looked out for us. She was always,
she did.
And I was like, I think my greatest, I'm like, to sum up my relationship with Bunny, she went to East High School. Her and Bud graduated from East way back in fucking the Curly Lambeau days, basically.
Way back
and,
in the day.
My senior year, we played West, and we lost to West. And I couldn't play in the game because I fucking got an underage and was had to sit. And
officer, my carpal tunnel. They put a
It's not mine.
I swear I grabbed it, but I wasn't. I was trying to put it down, but now I can't get rid of it.
More
It's
like the
stuck.
cop came up and I just dumped it out behind me, and he goes, "I could see you." I'm like, I don't know.
Anyway, sorry, I just had that
Yeah.
thought running through my head.
So yeah, I was like, I think what describes mine and Bunny's relationship is we'd shovel for Bunny, I'd mow her lawn, fucking, we just took care of everybody. It was like we grew up to fucking love your neighbor,
I shoveled so much I can't move my fingers now.
Exactly.
Thanks, Bunny. No, sorry.
It's stuck like
It's
this.
stuck,
It's
fuck.
stuck like this. And I went up to Bunny and she's like, "Oh, so I see your team played West yesterday." He's like, "Yeah, you guys lost." Yeah, the East usually you're not supposed to lose those games. No. All right, try and win next year.
Like, yep.
All right. I'm gonna shovel your driveway. I'm sorry. Like, and that was it. Like, that's the story I told. I was like, yeah. I mean, like, that was the short. Like, Bunny was just always there. Like, Buddy. I remember when I got there was fucking 9 sheriffs in front of my house, pant me down because I was higher than a fucking kite and smoking weed in my fucking driveway, and Bunny was outside yelling at the cops. Leave those damn kids alone.
Yeah.
Let them be. I was like, that's fucking Bunny, dude. Like, she's an OG, dude. And some reason I got up and fucking spoke. Dude.
There was a certain time we could play basketball in your driveway up until before Bunny would come out.
Yeah,
and be
about
like, all right,
dude, I do
let's
it.
cut this shit
You
out.
just saw
right?
that glass door open and just
Yeah.
see her peek out.
Like, hey,
All right.
sorry,
She
Bunny.
didn't even need to say anything.
Yeah.
Just she'd just
That-
look at us and go, all right, night, Bunny.
Sorry, Bunny.
Oh, yeah. You ever been in, you ever go in her house? It's the exact
never
same
did.
layout as my parents. It's wild.
Really?
Exact same layout.
Wow.
It literally, you walk in, same front room, walk through kitchen, hallway,
Hallway,
bathroom,
yeah.
2 bedrooms, same joint. Just old as fuck. She was just old as fuck. She was that classic old person house. Smelt like
Yep.
it was like 2 years before death, and just old shit, dude. It was always watching like fucking coupon commercials or whatever, like shopping TV and knitting some shit, like having a drink. And it was like I lived next to her for 22 years.
Long time.
Did a lot of shit for her. Was in her house probably twice.
Isn't that weird? Like you
Probably
you
like
live-
I was like first time I was probably like 8. Last time I was probably 18. And those 10 years just smelt a little closer to death.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude.
Is it different in here? Or,
Yeah. Is it different, or are you just a little closer to dying?
Just like you got a new pillow somewhere?
Dude, it was fucking
Different candy in a jar?
That's a smell I cannot stand. Fucking hate the smell of like old people. Like, see, but we never grew up around our, like, Grandpa's house has always smelled like food, good, welcoming, comforting to me.
Yeah, there's a difference.
My Oma and Papa's house always smelled great, like food, but like that old, like that just, like their pillows on their couches been there since 1959 when they moved in.
I was
like,
gonna say,
ugh,
that
that and hospital soap.
a crass way to put it is just no one's been in there.
No
other
one's
than
been in
them.
there. She's never sat on that couch. She's been
Yeah.
sitting in that chair. I
It's
hate
like
that smell.
She's been hoping people have come
Yeah.
in would sit on her couch.
I don't even
but
think
they
so.
Don't.
I don't even think.
No.
No, I don't even think her.
Mm.
I love Bunny's highlights were like she loved to go and pet or like look at Faith while Faith growled at her. She'd give her treats and just be stop growling at me. And then
She kind of had that like poofy hair, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
she was really shaky,
Yes. Yeah,
really shaky. But
I
she'd
remembered
always.
when she wasn't shaky though. I remember.
I do too,
remember
dude.
When she wasn't.
But she was
shaky.
always over, dude. That's why.
Yeah, Bunny
That's
was cool.
always over, kicking it. Like she grew up next to Havoc, dude. And, like just a bunch of Wardlow kids being fucking assholes.
Man.
Not assholes to her. We were great to her.
Oh,
we were just
yeah.
loud, always commotion.
There's always something going on.
And she loved it. She was out. She'd come and she'd take her 5 minutes.
kept her young.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What are those Wardlows?
Moved her.
up to?
She moved into an apartment. Died a year later. She'd probably still be alive if she lived. next to us.
Probably, of course.
Faith is still alive. She'd be. Her and Faith would both be shit.
Right.
Faith would be.
Faith would be thinking she's in your house when she's over it.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's the same setup. I guess I'm over here.
Yeah, I remember looking out my back window and just laughing. Like, And this is so mean. I mean, but Bunny was old at the time. But, you know, she was shaky at the time. So, like,
Trying to get
she'd be
Faith
over
a
the fence
treat.
and Faith would just be like,
Faith's also shaking. Trying to get
you know,
a
she's
treat.
growling to it, Bunny and
But,
Bunny.
but Faith can't really growl because she's old, and Bunny's trying to tell her to stop growling, but she's old, so.
Oh, my God, dude. Like, I grew up in, fucking white America, straight up, dude. At Parkfront Way is fucking trip.
A good time.
Good times, dude.
I mean,
It's like the fourth time in this episode I've found myself like, how the fuck did we get here again?
Well, we're talking about our weekly challenge.
Yeah.
You know, folks, I'm sorry. There might not be any show timestamps for this one. I don't really
we're
know.
just talking, dude.
But anyway, so we're talking. The weekly challenge was to come up with the improv skit, and I think
Oh, there we go.
somehow we got on to talking about a once dear friend and a great neighbor, and
rest in
Bunny,
peace, dude.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace,
to Bunny.
Bunny, dude.
Bunny
and Buddy.
and Buddy.
Bernadrid. I can't remember it actually. Benadryl, something.
Anyway, Bunny was a great human. Bud was also a great human, and friends. And somehow we got talking about him.
It's fucking Bunny
Because
and the Jets.
Fucking
Bunny-
Bunny and the Buds.
Bunny, Buddy, and the Jets. Bunny.
God damn.
Fucking idea. It's gonna
So
you live next to Miss Lewis.
Yeah.
She
I remember,
she got right up to 100, bro. She hit that mark.
dude. I remember. I was very young and she was still very old.
She was old since we were born.
Yeah, I mean, she had to have been in her late 70s when I was born.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I remember just, and this sounds bad, but it's like, well, okay, the first thing, the sweetest woman, super nice. That's obviously the first thing. The second thing, her skin, it wasn't just wrinkly. It was, I don't want to say, I don't know. It was like
She's
was
dead,
like-
so you can be mean about it.
no, it was not mean. It's just the thing I remember was like it was just all like it was like a grid of wrinkles.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna ask. I can't remember what Miss Lewis looked like.
She and I think my young brain is over exaggerating
Yeah.
the memory of
Was she little?
very small,
Very
small, very wispy white hair,
Okay.
but very small, very frail, and just very, just a very wrinkly face.
Yeah.
You know, like she was old, man, and But I will. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know who's the sweetest? Like I've always held on to this. The sweetest, like, old lady, best lady was Anthony's mom.
Oh,
Miss-
Dorothy.
Dorothy, dude, was the fucking best, dude. I loved Dorothy. Like, the sweetest motherfucking human
Grandma
being.
Dorothy.
Grandma Dorothy was the sweetest human being I fucking ever remembered, dude. And she
Grandma
looked
Dorothy.
sweet. She was very well put together for an old person.
But so little.
So little, like, seemed so fragile and so nice.
I can.
Oh my God, I can remember. Yeah.
I can hear her voice.
Oh my God.
And we have been blessed to be around some very
Oh,
wise, kind, loving,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
who have lived long
Fucking long lives, dude.
and just
Fucking
I
our
mean-
92-year-old managers upstairs sucking cash, having a great time, you know?
and still teaching us lessons every time we come over to say hi.
You ever think, you know, I've been, okay, as a person who, being around, like, seeing death very early, a lot of it, like, I feel, I catch myself too often, like, just always thinking like, like if I'm probably gonna go sooner than later. Like I feel like death is closer than it is far. Like it's just a thought. Like that's not like it's like just seems like it happens.
Of course.
And then I see like grandpa and like all the old people, everybody you've always been around. It's like you think at 90 years old, you just think back like, man, I wasted a lot of thoughts on like I was 20 years old thinking, I'll probably die tomorrow. And it's like fucking.
Of course.
80 years later, look at me now, fucking like.
I mean, I can't imagine. Like
oh my god.
I'm not looking forward to being older just because of the regrets that I'm gonna like tell myself.
I'm stoked to be old, dude. Grandpa made me excited to be old.
Well, yeah. I'm looking forward to being old,
but I see what you're saying.
But I'm also not looking
like,
forward to those like those times when you're in your own. Like I can't imagine there's gonna come a time when I'm not in my own head.
Oh yeah, I mean you're
like,
always gonna be.
When am I like?
Yeah.
Unless I forget I'm in my own head, but you know what I mean.
That's
like,
a fucking interesting thought, ain't it?
I'm always gonna be like, oh, remember when you were
fucking just chucking control.
20. Remember when you were 16, just an idiot. Just instead of like chasing girls, you were breaking controllers. I'll be like, yeah, I do remember that. Thanks, old memories. Thanks, that's great. I'm so glad I'm spending my last couple days thinking about.
What do you think of your last guy? I'm probably gonna die tomorrow. Then you're 100. Like Jesus, fuck, dude.
I'll be like, God, I spent the last 5 days thinking about how big of a piece of shit I am. I don't think it's ever gonna leave me. I don't think the self-hate, the self, just like constant thinking back to the day before and thinking how bad of a person I was the day before. I don't know if that'll ever leave me. I hope it does.
And I mean, it's time will tell. I mean, I feel like at a point, you gotta hit a point where it's just like, who fucking cares? Like, I'm fucking still here for some reason, dude. You pissing?
Yeah, I gotta go to that.
Dude, I have to pee so bad, man. February 4th seems like an important date. Also, very, very late saying this. Happy Black History Month. Straight up. Happy Black History Month. It was cool. On Twitter, Packers did a little run-through of just African-American athletes, the first to do it. And it's kind of a cool run-through, cool history moment. Something I'm actually going to go, I'm going to look for that, because I think that's something to share. This is a month to celebrate trailblazers, man. People who paved the path and fought for equality. I was talking about wishing everybody a happy Black History Month, man. Happy Black History Month.
Absolutely.
And as soon as I get back from peeing, Packers put out a pretty cool Twitter post of just kind of the first African Americans, the first African American player in the NFL, first African American to win a gold medal in the Olympics, all that.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, of course, out of sports, there's far more great African Americans who are fucking awesome trailblazers. But
of course,
but
we can
being a sports head, Fox Sports kind of stooge.
Yeah,
those are fun facts for me. So I'm gonna go and I'll be right back.
Definitely, and I think being from Green Bay, we'd like to, acknowledge what Packers had to say, especially if we find it a moving, history, noteworthy, event, just all that. What am I trying to say here? I don't know. Like, if we find something that we think should be spoken aloud, even if, we know there's so many things that need to be brought to attention, but finding things especially close to our hearts, like when the Green Bay Packers bring something up and they want to acknowledge history and acknowledge certain facts that paved the way for so many other people, we got to acknowledge that and make sure we highlight it, because we know we're getting it from, a reputable source where, I don't think the Green Bay Packers are going to make a Twitter post, a Twitter comment that's not pretty goddamn factual, because they have millions of people watching what they do, so they're going to put out some pretty interesting and factual things, so we feel pretty confident.
The fuck you talking about?
I'm talking about the Packers Twitter post.
Oh.
And just talking about we want to highlight it because it's from the Packers, but we know it's not just some bullshit that's being posted just to get clicks or attention. No, they want to post the actual factual history.
Willie Davis, still a very big face in Green Bay. I think he's wait, is Willie? No. Is Willie Davis still alive?
Let me find out.
Who am I thinking about? Who does talk on 107.5 still?
Harry Sidney?
Harry Sidney. Jesus, yeah, not. Willie Davis was the first black captain in Packers history by Vince Lombardi in 1965. Hailing from the HBCU gambling state, Davis never missed a game in 10 seasons, starting all 5 of Lombardi's NFL championship teams.
Willie Davis passed away April 15th, 2020.
Yeah, that was recent, yeah.
But anyway,
first African-American captain to ever be on the Pack. A badass. I want to find this post, dude.
This one?
No, let me do a little browsing.
Oh.
Browsenhausen. You find one?
Here? No. In honor of Black History Month, the Packers football Hall of Fame.
That might be it.
To explore the museum and the black players and coaches that have contributed to the success of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, man, I think.
It's like a video. Maybe
There's
that's
a
what I was
door now.
looking at. That looks like a video. Well, it might be a cool video, but
I gotta
I don't
charge
know if
this
we can
fucking thing.
play it. We'll get burned for fucking copyright shit. Oh no, it's not even a video. What? Oh, so that's just...
Okay, here we go.
All right.
So, Jackie Robinson, first black baseball player in the major league. We all know Jackie.
Yeah, yep.
Then we got... We'll read a little bit about it. Jackie Robinson made his debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers on April 15th, 1947, and broke the color barrier for the African Americans in baseball. It was the most eagerly anticipated debut in the is that annals? Annals?
In the, annals of history.
Annals, cool. Annals of national pastime. Sports author Robert Lipsky and Pete Levine wrote, it represented both the dream and the fear of equal opportunity and would change forever the complexion of the game and the attitudes of Americans. All right, then we got Jesse Owens, 5-time world record holder in track. In his lifetime, Jesse Owens, that's the famous picture. I'm actually good right now. I guess I'll drink it. I haven't even drank any of this. I kind of just want to smoke weed. In his lifetime, Jesse Owens, widely considered the greatest track and field athlete in history. On May 25th, 1935, Owens, who has a student at Ohio State University, attended the Big Ten Collegiate Track Conference in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and set a stunning 5 world records and equaled another in both sprint and long jump, all within 45 minutes. God damn. Jack Johnson, no, not the guy who sings Banana Pancakes, but the first black heavyweight boxing champ, known as the Galveston Giant. Jack Johnson lived his life fearlessly as one of the most famous and scandalous black athletes in America. With the Jim Crow era in full force, Johnson's 1910 matchup with undefeated opponent James J. Jeffrey was one coined the fight of the century. After Johnson knocked Jeffries out in the 15th round, race riots exploded all over the country. Although he lived in dangerous times, Johnson didn't flinch with taking advantage of his celebrity. When he wasn't knocking out his opponents, he was busy expanding his businesses and banking on endorsement deals. He also had a penchant for white women, which eventually landed him in illegal trouble caused by racist laws. After fled the country for 7 years, he returned in 1920 and served. Fitz Pollard and Bobby Marshall, first black football players in the NFL. That's Fritz Pollard and Bobby Marshall.
Huh. Does it say who they played for?
In 1920, Fritz Pollard and Bobby Marshall became the first African-American players allowed to play in the National Football League, while Marshall, who played tight end, went on to build an athletic career. At tight end, went on to build an athletic career not only in football but also in track, boxing, baseball, and ice hockey. Pollard quickly found himself juggling his running back duties with the newly added responsibilities of being a head coach in the NFL.
Wow. Running back and head coach.
Did not say who they played for. Probably looked that up. Charlie Sifford, first black golfer in the PGA. Long before Tiger Woods was there, Charlie Sifford, who's been referred to as the Jackie Robinson of golf. For much of his early career, Sifford was confined to compete in the all-black golf tournaments, but upon the invitation of the boxer Joe Louis, he sought to enter the PGA-sponsored Phoenix Open in 1952. His presence at the event was not taken too kindly, and he received many death threats. Still, Sifford was not to be intimidated. He continued to perfect his game, and in 1961 entered the PGA Tour, becoming the first African-American golfer to do so. His career totaled in 422 tournaments, over 50 top 10 finishes, and 22 professional wins. Then we go on to Aletha Gibson, first black athlete to compete in international tennis. Another Robinson comparison. Aletha Gibson became the first African American to compete in the Pro World Tennis Tour in 1956. The first African American woman to win a Grand Slam title. The following year, she would win the Wimbledon and the U.S. Nationals and repeat her wins in 1958. God damn, she was swiping motherfuckers. Her career would total 11 Grand Slam wins, which includes 6 single titles.
Wow.
Yeah, then you got Bill Russell, first black coach in the NBA. A legend for his defense, rebounds, and shot blocking, Bill Russell was largely considered the top basketball player in the NBA history for decades until Michael Jordan came onto the scene in the 1980s. As the former center for the Boston Celtics, Russell helped his team win 11 championships in 13 seasons. Starting in 1966, he served as a player coach for the Celtics, becoming the first black coach in the NBA and the first to win an NBA championship. He also led the U.S. national basketball team to a gold medal in 56. God damn, player coach, and he's fucking winning gold medal.
I've always, why couldn't Brady be a player coach? Why did,
Bart Starr, he wasn't a player. Was he a player coach? No, he just became a coach afterwards, right?
I think so. That's a good question. But like I don't know. I mean, but the player coach is such a it's such a then thing, like a past. Like you couldn't fathom being a player coach now.
Yeah, no, I feel like maybe at the time, like,
I think Brady's the only one that could be close enough to be, like, if he was a player coach, people would be like, okay, that makes sense.
yeah.
But he's
him or maybe like Peyton Manning too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because Bill Russell, I mean, was just like the man. Like,
yeah. It's like, all right, well, you're the best at what you do.
Right.
You might as well just.
He knows
too,
basketball
right?
so well. He's so good at it, and
Yeah, I don't think
like Brady's the same. It's like you're clearly good at motivating the people around you. You play football at a very high level. You know every situation, every circumstance that has ever presented itself.
Wonder when that started falling out.
Probably
Player
when, like,
coach.
big money got involved.
Yeah, when people like started putting their complete focus into coaching, like people who weren't ever players but were just nerds for the game.
Right.
Because probably at first, like, people probably didn't really put much thought into the game unless they played it. I don't know.
Yeah, or like they just realized that like they tried it and it just, like they just got burnt out because it's a year-long thing to be a coach. Yeah, you might get a couple weeks off here and there, but
imagine taking a snap at quarterback and being like, "Well, I gotta figure out what the fucking defense is about to do." Like,
right,
a million things, dude.
I would imagine just the evolution of not just the game of football, but the evolution of technology and just people and communication.
Yeah.
All of it goes into being like, hey, we need a guy to just throw a ball, and we need a guy to just call the plays.
Yeah.
And if we have a guy who's really good at throwing the ball but horrible at calling plays, but we fire him from calling plays, and now he doesn't want to throw the ball, now he doesn't do either of them. It's I would imagine it's got to be something like that. But that is an interesting thing to think. Like, who was the last? But
well, look, Google knows.
Google knows.
Who was the last player coach? We'll say in the NFL. Legendary head coach Tom Landry.
Ah.
Yeah, saw something in Revis early on, making him the league's last official player coach at the age of 26.
Oh, wait. So, in Revis?
Reeves.
Oh, Dan Reeves?
Dan Reeves.
Oh,
yeah,
so Dan Reeves is the
Dan
last
Reeves,
player coach. Okay. Interesting.
A brief history of players. That's a long read. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anywho, happy Black History Month.
Black History Month. February. I mean, obviously it's the biggest, longest running joke. It's like, why? Really? The shortest month of the year? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I never thought about that.
Really? Like, you can't just change it to, like, March, 1 month later when you get 31 days. You can't just change it.
No.
How hard it, like, I haven't
Is there significance behind it? Why
I don't
it's
know.
February?
That's a great question.
Why?
I haven't met someone who's told me that there is a significance behind it.
Well, that's Google. Okay, here we go. The week was chosen, so originally, because it
was just
coincided with the birthday of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th and that of Frederick Douglass on February 14th, both of which dates black communities had celebrated together since the late 19th century. Early in the event's history, African-American newspaper lent crucial support.
I mean,
so with Abraham Lincoln, who
I think it's time for it.
it.
I think it's time to change it.
Yeah,
I think it's.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe we could get like, when was Martin Luther King born?
Yeah,
and let's have that month be Black History Month. It's that of Abraham. I mean, I get the significance behind the guy, but maybe we should put a little bit more significance behind new people.
Martin Luther King was born in January 15th,
January. Let's do it.
1929, dude.
January 31. You get 31 days. I think that'd be great. We
Yeah.
already, I mean, we get Martin Luther King Day off, or I do
I
at
don't.
least. That would be January. I mean, the shortest month of the. Anyway,
Oh my god, that bothered the fuck out of me. My fucking some hillbilly motherfuckers I work with. Their kids had off Martin Luther King Day. Why the fuck? Why the fuck? Why the fuck are we taking this day off? Why do the kids have to stay home? Like, what the fuck's the significance of it? It's like, dude, are you that fucking naive and like blind to it? Like, are you really that fucking selfish and like, Jesus fuck, dude? Like,
I guess so.
I don't know. I hate motherfuckers. Dumb motherfuckers.
Well, yes. We could also be a good time to educate. Like, hey,
Yes.
Maybe I don't fully understand why you're so bent out of shape about this,
Yeah, you're completely right.
but
Let's talk about it.
here's let's talk about it. Because
Some people don't want to learn.
You're
You're completely right, though.
some people just. I also, I think it's human nature to just want to like pick a fight about something. If even if you don't fully understand it, but you just have a point of view
Yeah.
around it,
Yeah.
you just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, and then like say someone asks you a smart question, not even trying to be malicious.
Yeah.
So it was like, do you know what Martin Luther King stood for? And maybe the person doesn't, and they're like, fuck you, you're just trying to make me look like an idiot. It's like, no, I'm honestly just.
Yeah.
If you don't, I will help. I will. Me
Yeah.
personally, I don't 100%. I don't know the full history, but if someone's like, oh, then let me just tell you quick. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
upset with you. I'm not trying to make you look like an idiot. I
Yeah.
just want to know, because if you don't, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people will be like, well,
Know the significance. It's,
but a lot of people don't know,
Yeah.
and then get defensive about it and be like, well, no, I mean, I do, but I do, and then they're all mad.
And then some people just celebrate the day because they get a day off.
Exactly. Some people just
Yeah. Love the day off. Well, like, let's
what?
appreciate the day off while you're getting the fucking day
Exactly.
off,
So big month,
Big month.
and
Big month.
it always
Why is February only 29 days?
28 days.
28?
I don't know. It's just the way the calendar works, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know the stars. Certain
Couldn't
way.
have 368
Yeah, that is a great
days.
because
No.
you hear like, oh, the
Yeah.
Mayans, they had their calendar was almost perfect up to like a couple days, within a day or two of like our calendar, which I don't know why our calendar is perfect, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
And
The world's wild. It's like some people don't do like daylight savings. Some
Well,
states
I don't think we
some states
should.
don't.
I just don't think we should. I mean, like I just
Fuck it, just let's just ride.
when it's like still light out at 3:30, I'm like, oh my thank
Yeah.
God.
Nothing worse than going to work when it's dark and getting hot when it's
And
dark.
it's 5:00 and
Dude,
it's pitch black, and you're just
I got into work today at 5:45 in the morning, and then somebody opened the overhead door, the big garage door, and it was like 3 inches of snow on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
when did this take
It's like,
place?
oh yeah, I've been inside for 10 hours. Didn't even realize there was snow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah, what do we? The weather can do some funny things to you.
yeah,
But anyway,
tell you what, let's mosey on down.
yeah.
Let's talk about this monthly fucking challenge, and then I
Talk-
say, let me try and spell some fucking words.
I agree, man. Monthly challenge. Oh, we got good news, folks.
We do
We
got
have good news.
some good Anos.
So for our monthly challenge, we are reading the book My Reality TV Show by Douglas Heim. And we actually, we're pretty sure we have a date and time when he will be on the show with us.
Date and time for Dougie Heim.
I like that.
Hey.
I like that. We might have to write a rap for that. And so we finally got in touch with him after a few
Been reading this book
months
for like
of
3 months.
Well, and sending him emails and apparently just not going to the right spot.
Yeah.
And then me just finally be like, oh, I can just text him.
Yeah, time
So-
and place. Let me know.
It's all on me.
I mean, I guess I could have made a fucking effort myself.
No. I mean, like in terms of
Communication, contact.
Yeah. Like, no, I was just expecting like, oh, why doesn't email work? Well, not everyone, So we know we're good. We're in touch. Everything is. I mean, he is pumped to do it. It sounds like
Planning on February 17th?
16th.
16th?
It's kind of a cool moment. Like, hey, we're
Dude, that's, yeah,
we're
I'm
getting
pumped.
an actual author to come on and.
I'm super stoked to, like, because I've been, like, reading this book with what I thought his voice would be in my head, like, just. So, like, that's, like, at a point when I read something, like, you were asking me, like, when you write a speech, do you think of, like, are you reading it in your voice?
Right.
Like, when I read a book, like, I always read it, like, as I am that, like, I'm that character.
Yeah.
It's not my voice.
Right.
So I'm excited to hear
His actual.
Dougie Heim, like, hear
the
what he sounds
actual-
like, actually see the guy in person. It's going to be a trip, dude.
Yeah. They're.
And I'm excited to see how deep he'll get with us. Because that book got deep.
I hope he'll get a little deep. I'm a little apprehensive, I guess, just based on the limited communication. Seems like he might not get super deep and just want to like sell the book.
Yeah, but also reading it, I feel like he's a guy who's just going to be like, yeah, whatever the fuck you want to ask me, dude, let's talk about it.
No, and that's kind of what I like. I think it'll be open to any questions. I don't think he'll be like, don't ask me that. But I don't want to ask a question and it would be a bummer to just get kind of like a glossary answer of just like, oh yeah, I had some good wives, or some bad relationships and they taught me a lot of things, and you really just got to look for the person that, you're most compatible and you love and, share interests, but also respect their differences and blah, blah, blah. And I just didn't find that early on, but now I did. So we're all good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
going to ask deep-ass questions. I'm going to push buttons, dude. I'm going to.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
so.
I'm going into this with maybe a little bit too much expectation out of what I think.
Okay.
Like, to me, it's like I'm gonna come in and just shoot this motherfucker. Obviously not right off the bat. Like, Sydney seemed like a fucking bitch. Like, I'm not gonna, but like, work my way into it where it's like.
That one, I feel like we could probably start with that.
Oh, and he'd be like,
"Let
give me a beer. Let's fucking talk about this bitch, dude."
That's
yeah,
what I mean. Like, or even like the stuff when he was talking about like, maybe not jump in with it, but when he was talking about taking his life, his own life, about in the van, and
that's
like,
something I really want to talk. I mean,
hey, like,
not really, but I want to dive into each fucking
because
part of his life, dude.
I think a lot. Like what you were saying, like, it's not that, we want to talk about people wanting to take their own lives, but I think a lot of people have probably been in a situation where they've had that thought.
Yeah.
How
do you get past it?
Right, whether they planned it out and had a full day planned out like Doug did, or probably maybe like us, where we're just like having a fucking shitty day and you're like, what the fuck does it all matter? Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
If I'm gone, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Fuck it. Yeah.
And yeah, I think, I mean, just to hear, like, in his voice, like, what that day was like to him, maybe, like,
Yeah, dude.
because it was like start to finish, he was drunk. Like, he was like, I'm
Yeah.
just drinking.
I'm just gonna get.
I
yeah.
had this plan, and I'm just gonna drink, and by the end of the day, the plan's gonna come to fruition, and once it's done, I will not be here anymore, and I will be on to the next phase, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then he woke up, and obviously that didn't his
A little
plan.
while later, he met some guy who just happened to turn his car off. for him.
Yeah. So like, while the book offers up so much personal insight,
Yeah.
it's like, I wonder what more we could get.
Yeah. That's exactly
how much
like.
more we can dig into, like, because no, we haven't been there in the fact that, like, we've gotten in the van,
Yeah.
turned it on, and fell asleep,
Yeah.
and then woke up and the van was off. No. But I think we've got to the point where we have been so just tired, fed up with life that
Fucking worn out.
we've
Yeah.
had those thoughts,
Yeah.
those
Oh, yeah.
like fantasies almost.
Yeah.
And to pick a dude's brain,
Like, how easy would it be to just shut it off?
yeah, and
Yeah.
to pick his brain and get his insight onto it, I think
Yeah.
would be really.
If we're gonna, like, for me, it's like, if we're gonna do it, reading this guy's book, for me, it's like, I'm not
Did that fly just come out of nowhere? Where the
yeah.
fuck did that
That's
fly
the first
come
time I think
from?
I've ever seen a bug in this fucking studio.
What the? It came out of my laptop or something. Was it drinking the beer that was in there from like 3 weeks ago?
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie, first time I've ever seen a bug in here.
Whoa. Anyway,
Gone. Now it's gone too. It's gone.
flew back into my laptop and killed itself. It was the Doug
Wonder what
Heim
that-
of flies.
Turn your laptop off.
Turn it up. Turn it on.
No, I mean, for me, like, I'm I hope. I mean, whatever happens. I'm excited to have him on, but like, I feel the potential that this is gonna be I'm pumped to talk. I feel like it sounds like he's super stoked to be on. He just wants to come.
Yeah, I think he wants to genuinely talk about his book.
Like, this is what this motherfucker did.
Talk
Like,
about
not
his life.
necessarily like what we do, but like, this is like, I feel like his atmosphere.
Exactly. And I want to talk, and, all the stuff later in life, especially, the mental hurdles, struggles, the financial struggles,
Relationship
relationship struggles, family struggles. Obviously, like, that's interesting, and we should talk about it. But his early life,
Oh
I
my
feel
God.
like, is what set the stage for everything.
Yeah.
And, like, him going dumpster diving behind a news station.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Working for that news station.
and then building his own film reel or I can't remember.
projection.
Film projection,
Yeah.
like, just off of scrap parts.
Yeah.
And, like, having the mind he has. It always just seemed he was always too soon on
Yeah.
something. He was into drone. Like, he got into drones before drone. He
Yeah.
wanted to take aerial videos and photos of properties
Yeah.
in, like, in 2000. Before it was
He
even
was flying
like
drones, and the motherfuckers were literally just mini helicopters.
when people
bro.
were like, yeah, exactly. When
Yeah.
people didn't even. There were federal laws against
Yeah.
what he was doing, and cops would like hang out with him
Yeah.
while he did it because they were just like, "This is fucking cool."
Dude, I kept getting so frustrated when he'd fucking have these news people out, and the goddamn GPS thing kept fucking up, where it's just like, damn it, dog, they gotta see what you got, man.
right? Because it's like, okay, this is gonna.
Like, drones are huge.
I mean, drones are everywhere nowadays.
Yeah.
You can get. Like,
It did always seem like you said, like, it always seemed like his ideas. It's like, how are these people not seeing it?
Maybe you can help me with this. I don't know if this is something I would say directly to his face. Something I might have to think about. I feel like the names for his ideas were never very good.
Yeah. The Angel Copter.
Angel Copter is not a good name for what he was trying to do with it. The dance machine. It wasn't a dance machine.
No.
That confuses people.
Yeah. Like
There's no machine.
What is a dance machine now? It's
a machine is like back in those days.
Yeah.
A machine was something that had moving parts and it had
when I think of a machine, I think of like a fucking something in a shop or like a fucking.
And you know, maybe like back in
a machine doesn't sound fun.
Exactly. But maybe, and this would be a question for him, but like what in that time period, what, the 80s? What was a machine?
You could have called it like the boogie board or something.
The boogie board.
The boogie board, or the.
I feel like his marketing was never.
Yeah,
it was
100%.
just. It wasn't terrible. Like, it's not bad.
It was early age. It was 90s.
It needed refinement.
Yeah,
like TJ and the Ant.
Yeah,
not terrible. But it was also the first name someone gave you.
Yeah.
Don't just go with the first thing.
Well, he named the drone because Shar was an angel. Man.
And I get that.
Yeah.
It's not Angel Copter isn't terrible.
Yeah. Like, did you have did you have a list of names before you landed on Angel Copter?
Like
the machine.
Was it just like
the dance machine? Was there ever you didn't have any boogie boards or
But dude, even TJ and the Ant, he was like, I didn't have a name for it, and some guy just came up. I think it was Bob Schultz, actually. He's like, hey, you're TJ and the Ant. He was like, yep, that's it.
That's it.
It's like, why? Like, it's an idea. It doesn't.
See that? At least for that one, it stuck.
Yeah,
that one stuck.
But even then, I feel like TJ, all night television, it just. There's so many acronyms and television jockey and the all night theater. You don't.
Your Angel Copter turned into the drone.
It's all an acronym.
Yeah.
I mean,
what else did he have? He had a fucking whole bunch.
Dance machine. He had TJ and the Ant. He had Angel Copter. I don't know what he's called his dance floor company yet.
No, I think the best name he came up with was Heim Productions.
Heim Productions. That was probably his best
there
one.
There you go.
I mean, even the Corpuscle.
Yeah. What?
I was like, what is? Just the names.
I didn't understand.
They're just not.
That was his name on the dating
Yeah.
app. You're not interested anymore, Corpuscle, or what?
Korpussel or something.
Corpuscle?
Let me find it for sure.
Yeah. It sounds like a German sausage meal. You want a little? You want worse than that, Corpuscle, huh? I hope he's a fucking guy that we can. I'd love to just roast him. Be like, hey, Angel Drone, fucking
Angel Copter.
The old Angel Copter. Huh?
No, but that's the thing. It's all. I just feel like it was all a couple years too soon, and the marketing just it was, dude. It was just a Wisconsin dude.
Dude, yes.
Marketing shit.
Yes. They were Wisconsin dude names forever. This is what
what do you
fucking think, Angel? Oh, Angel Cup?
This is what it is. This is what we're doing. You dance. There's a machine.
Yeah.
It's a dance machine.
Oh, yeah, dude.
This drone copter thing, it was an angel it saved
Literally,
me.
dude, he had a
Angel
badass
Copter.
truck that just said dance machine.
He had a lot of trucks that said dance machine.
Oh my god.
I don't, and it might sound negative, like we're talking bad about it, but it's not so much negative as just because at the end of the book, this guy finally.
Did you reach the end?
I'm getting there.
Okay, there too.
And he kind of finally gets to a point in his life where he's doing very well for himself.
See, I didn't get there yet. I
I
didn't get to the up.
I'm not there yet, but I know I kind of know. Like
I'm like, I think the last thing like kind of that comes clear is like that when he starts talking about like how Shar ran off the road by that semi and gets a stipend from that company, so she gets a little chunk of change. And and I don't know.
Yeah, corpuscle, Korpussel, corpuscle.
I'm gonna look it up just to see if it is anything. What is it?
Korpussel. Corpuscle, and we'll have to ask him.
Look at Corpuscle, Doug Heim.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
Yeah, Doug Heim, first one that pops up.
I mean,
yeah, dude.
It should be. I mean, the guy
like
termed it, coined it. I don't know.
According to our latest records, Douglas R. Heim, 67 years old. Yeah. Corpuscle, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's a lot of this whole how he met Shar was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
like he was filling out an online profile, and before he like finished filling it out, there was like a message. I was like, "Hey, you got a 100% match?"
Yeah,
he was like, "What?" And it turns out they kind of were 100% match. But anyway,
dude, I texted you this. Like, this is why I'm excited to talk to this guy, because back in the day, this dude used to drive around in a car, and his license plate used to just say "no wife."
Yeah, when he
wife.
His third divorce,
just bragging.
Cause there was Cindy,
and Barbara,
then Roberta, and then Shar.
Roberta was real quick.
Roberta was real quick. In and out.
In and
like,
out.
hey, should we do this? Sure. Nope. Let's get out of this.
Yeah, let's get out of this one.
I feel, like he had like a wife. It's weird. A lot.
I used to Tommy.
It's almost like he, like his life, and probably along with a lot of others in his time region, helped generations after him be like, hey, you don't have to just get married to a girl that you really, really like.
Yeah.
And you might love.
Yeah.
You don't have to just, like, marry her in a year.
You know what I wanted to ask him? Like, and this is one where, like, it depends on the guy who is. I'll kind of feel the grounds before I ask this question, but
okay.
To me, like, I kind of want to ask guy, like, do you ever look back and think, like, maybe you put way too much trust into people? Like, you trusted people too quickly?
Hey, I had
your business partners, your wives, like, it just seemed like you just trusted people and just expected the most out of everybody and the best out of everybody.
So last week I had my own personal little goal, quote unquote, was to write an actual question, not just have like a theoretical question of like, the best and worst time of your life.
Yeah.
So a question I came up with was, throughout the book, you reference your trust for people. Like he trusted Daryl and that Taco.
Daryl and Taco.
Even
fucked him over.
People before that.
Yeah.
And it was like, unfortunately, that trust burned you many times. Where do you think that trust for people came from?
Yeah.
Like, because
that's a good question.
Because like his mom always told him he was like gonna be nothing.
Yeah.
His dad, I feel like, was never
seemed like
super
a quiet spoken
in the picture.
Yeah.
So where did this just like trust for people? I mean,
do you think maybe it was like the trust in himself, like with all these things he was doing, like it seemed like he always trusted himself to make things work, like, I'm gonna do this radio station, and it seemed like he always, maybe not trust her, like he he just believed in himself. I believed in what he was doing and just wanted things to work. It seemed like he just wanted things to work, and he just pushed and pried and until it either busted or I don't know.
And
I'm probably gonna finish this book when I go home because
yeah, this isn't yeah, I don't have many pages left, but I just had this thought when he was first dumpster diving for parts.
Yeah,
and that
janitor
came out and was like, hey, what are you doing?
Yeah,
but then was like, oh, hey, let me introduce you to some people.
Yeah,
that maybe that was his first
that.
Some dude who you don't know, doesn't know you, is just working
these are good. Yeah, dude.
Just comes out and is oh, just sees a kid, and I mean, as I don't know, as a maybe as a janitor, you see a lot of different types of people, and you see a kid dumpster diving for movie reels, and you're like, wow, this kid really likes this shit.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I could probably help him out. And I guess maybe back in those days, it was more like a community feel where, nowadays, I feel like a janitor saw a kid doing that. But what are you doing?
Yeah.
Get out of it.
It also seemed like he trusted people, or not trusted, but put his trust into people who relied on him.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I mean? All his wives seemed before Shar, were money hungry.
Right.
And when money was out of the picture, they were out of the picture. Daryl and Tockhole fucking,
And I guess that's the biggest question for me is, I would love to know if there was a point when he kind of suspected something.
Yeah.
But didn't say anything and just let something slide or let things go. And then all of a sudden, because there's that one meeting where he was, listening to everything.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, you know what? You're all done.
You're all
fired. Everyone, you're done.
Because he always says, Taco would come to these meetings with such high hopes and big dreams of what she was going to do, and nothing ever came from it.
The projections were all through the roof.
Yes,
everything.
Exactly, yeah.
So since the projections were so high and we were going to be doing all these sales, we needed to hire more people, so they hired more people. Yeah. But then they never sold as much as their projections did, so then they were paying more than they were making, and their business started to kind of fall apart, and it was
he was paying them more than he was making himself.
Yeah, exactly. So it's where, because he always references this trust, oh, I had such trust, and then they betrayed me. It's but why did you even have trust with them to begin with?
You'd think after a situation after Sydney or your even situations like that, relationships, whether it's some a relationship you're in, whether a partner, or whether it's a relationship with a friend or a sibling or family. For me, I'm pretty good at hoping for the best out of somebody. I believe you'll give me your best, but I'm also if I get fucked over by a person that I believed in and trusted, after that it's all right, well, I'm pretty I'm pretty self-aware now,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna fool me once, you're not, you're never gonna fool me, I can fucking see that. It just seemed like he didn't want to believe it. He didn't want to these people are here to. Dude, okay, so this is why I'm so crazily interested in meeting this man, because it's I don't know how this conversation could go. He seems like a dork, kind of, but he also seems like I have no idea, dude.
It could. Well, here's the thing. I think we genuinely like his book.
Yes, I like his story.
And I think that's what he's most, not concerned, but I think that's what he wants. He just wants people to like his book, right? And why wouldn't you? I mean, it's not like he's trying to persuade you on that, he's had a bad life, but he's lived it well. He's not trying to be like, oh, I know I did things wrong. He's just like, this is my life.
Yeah.
Like my mom wasn't cool. Wasn't the most supportive.
Stories of his mom was always fucking weird. Like he never went into depth, but my mom fucking put a big toll on my life. It was just always little stories about like, yeah, my mom just told me I couldn't.
I also don't think they realized at that time, like just that time period, like how important your parents were to like your whole development. Like I don't think we fully grasp like the nuances of parenting in a developing mind's like world, right? So I don't know the right, maybe his mom, it was 100%, maybe that is the exact way.
His mom's
in like
terrible.
200 years they'll be like, yep, that's actually how you should parent a child. Like that is correct. Like maybe, I don't know, but for now it seems pretty not the best way to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I mean, it's weird for me. Like, just I think I have a different relationship with my mom than I think most people have, and even with my father. Like, it's like a super large friendship within the parents, like parenting. Like, like
well, you build kind of up to that a little bit,
Oh, 100%. I think I also think it's like just the hardship we went through together, where it's at a point it's like, all right, yeah, you're my mom, like you but like let's I'm here for you. Let's fucking talk as humans, like let's just be human to each other. I think like with my dad, I can kind of relate to how his relationship with his dad was. Okay. Like earlier in my life, where like my dad was always somebody I looked up to, always great to me. It seemed like his dad was very great to him.
Oh yeah.
But like he learned from just watching his dad. Dad didn't say much, and that's, to me, that's kind of how my dad was. Where it's just like I was always super intimidated by my dad, super intimidated by him.
Mm-hmm.
Never knew how to talk to him. Never really knew. And then the older I got, I'm like, all right, well, I'm my dad. That's who I like. Literally, my dad is me. I fucking bury my emotions, and like,
I get it.
You just gotta fucking pry at the motherfucker. You open him up a little bit, like. So seeing the shit with him and his mom, to me, it was just like, damn, that sounds fucking terrible. But then my mom tells me stories about grandma, and it's like, wow, like that. My grandma literally reminds me of Doug's mom.
Oh, yeah.
The shit my mom would tell me that grandma would say to her, and like how grandma ran was like, but also my mom would be like, well, you also have to realize like she was raising fucking all of us, dude. Like, like she had no time to fucking give me a hug and kiss. She's like, get the, fucking stay alive, go to school, eat. Like, I love you. Fuck out of here.
And but that's also the difference between Doug's mom and our parents' mom was.
Yeah.
Doug's mom didn't have
fucking six
6 other kids that she was trying to wrangle and
Doug and Tua.
Yeah, it was, and that's not to say she didn't have a hard job, but also she could. There were opportunities to be a little bit more intimate with your kids in terms of like,
and maybe to her she was being very nice to Doug. Maybe she grew up getting her ass beat.
We don't know.
You know what I mean? Like it's like some of our, like I think of an uncle we have who grew up in a terrible parenting situation. Was
a lot different.
Treated like fucking literally garbage, and like I would catch myself, especially at a young age, like, dude, this fucking seems terrible. Like, it seems you're way too hard, and then like you learn about his past, and it's like, oh, okay, I could see kind of, like, to you, you're probably like a fucking godsend, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
like.
Yeah. I don't know.
And
this book's fucking wild. I think,
so we decided that we're trying to hope for the 16th is to get him in the studio, which would be not next week, but the week after.
Yeah.
And I think maybe next week or we don't even have to do it on the show, but maybe like when we come over to plan whatever, we like sit down and think about. We compile questions.
I was thinking this too,
and we can do it separately if
I'd like to do it together. We could do it. I mean, obviously think about it separately, but like they just come together and just pile questions on, whether they're terrible or good questions. Just get them out in the open and like really, because I really want to pick this guy's brain, and I don't think until we talk to him we're really gonna understand how to ask him questions. Like but one thing, reading his book, how he writes, it's like I seem like I could talk to this guy. Like,
100%.
He writes like he talks to me. It's how it feels. Like, dude, I've never read a book like where, dude, there's like grammatical errors all over this book.
Yeah.
And it like to me that makes me comfortable. It's like I wrote this bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like a guy who was talking and just writing, and just didn't think twice about it.
It 100%. 100%, because you'll start reading it and you're just like, well, I could read like a couple more pages, and then you're like, well, I could read like another chapter, and you're like, I could read 2 more chapters. It all flows together just like a buddy writing his life story for you. And it's not overly complicated, but he does have interesting family dynamics that, like, I want to ask about, but I'm also even just texting. Like, I sent him some emails, and I just think they got lost in the email verse of going to junk mail or whatever.
Yeah, or like a guy like me who has fucking 28,000 things sent to me, where it's like,
I didn't even realize that email was active. It's still going, but anyway. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to send him a text. I was nervous just to text, like, because it was going to be real then, like, that he's going to actually get back to me and say yes or no. And obviously, from interactions I've had, it seemed like he was going to say, of course I'd love to come on the show. And
his reply it could be, like, super douchey sounding, or also it's just like, he's super, like, let's get the fuck out of here. I want to do this. Yeah.
And it seemed like he was just ready to come on, and which, I mean, for me is a little not nerve-wracking. What would be the right word? Honestly, I think I'm just excited. I think that we've never had a real guest. A real guest come on.
We don't know. Have no idea. This is what we know of him, which is a lot.
Like, personally, I didn't know Decker or Connor, but you did. Like, so it was like, okay, if I start to stumble, or if I start to not be able to put like questions together. Like, I know Carl's there to be able to be like, oh, hey, back grade school we did this, like, like fallback.
But also the age too.
Because
think about, like, we could have one of our uncles in here, and it's not, we know him to death, or an aunt, we know him to death, but like that age difference is a gap where it's like,
so you wrote a book.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, to me, I'm not going to put no fucking, like, I'm not going to show up with a fucking suit and tie on and fucking I'm going to fucking sit how I'm sitting, drink beers, swear how I want to fucking swear.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk to him.
Let him into our environment. This is our fucking studio. Like, respect him, but I want to give him a good interview. Like, like, I'm going to be authentic and just, like, I'm gonna push buttons the way I think I can push buttons, and just it seems like a guy that I think we could fucking have a great conversation with. And if it goes to shit, like, I think we should set like in a sense. See, this is where my comfortability comes in, where it's like, maybe we should be like, all right, so you're gonna come on this date, and we're gonna have you on for an hour or something. Like, just set a little bit of a time where it's like, all right, so we're going to do this. We'll do our beer of the week, and then we're going to do our segment with you for an hour, and then, we'll let you be on your way or something. Like,
sure.
Otherwise, it's just like, when we gotta set a start and an end. You know, like we have to do it in, I feel like, an interview sense where it's like,
what do you think about?
Or maybe I'm wrong. That's a thought.
No, yeah,
you know what I mean.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
And my response to that would just be, what do you think about if like we have a guest on? We kind of just don't. We still do the beer of the week. I think we do that for sure.
Yes, that's a great.
But maybe we just don't do like the weekly challenge.
Yeah,
like
no,
we don't play darts that week, and we don't roll
yeah.
dice and shit. And we're just like, hey, we're doing our beer of the week. We got a guest with us.
Yeah.
They're gonna rate the beer, drink the beer with us. We do the beer of the week, and then we're like, all right, we're going
It's like
right.
how you have. It's like I mean, in a different sense, but like I loved the when you had JT on. That was great. I watched it. I thought you guys did a great job. I loved how you did it. I like.
Yeah, that was
like. I mean, obviously different sense. You know, but like the way it went, like definitely. Come on, we'll do our intro. We'll do our thing.
Exactly.
Beer of the week, and Doug Heim's here. Let's talk. You know,
Yeah.
Dougie, how's it going? And then, I mean, I'm comfortable in the sense of myself where like I know. At a point where it's like, all right, like. It's time to cut the shit off, wrap it up a little bit, like so. But but it could end up being like we're drinking beers with this motherfucker all night, having a goddamn good time.
Exactly.
You know, like I'm nervous about it because this is the first time where it's like this is a real interview. Like it's
so we could, and maybe this is something for off air when it's just us two, but we could. But also, I think it's something for any person that comes into the stew.
Yeah. First of all, I hope Doug's not a slut, or else he's not.
Yeah, no sluts in the stew.
I mean,
four wives.
Yeah.
But if we say before, because we don't know how this interview would go.
Yeah.
But B, how any interview would go. So maybe preliminarily, if that's a word, preliminarily, we would say okay, if we get to an hour and we're shooting questions at this guy, and after an hour we're really not, it's
not clicking.
It's just kind of book answers. Everything is not. He's not really giving us anything that we would be excited to keep digging on.
It's like Pat McAfee fucking ended a Jerry Rice interview after a minute.
Yeah, and it's just
it wasn't authentic.
It's not that so something like that. Worst case scenario, we're just not feeling it. He's given.
We got to find her out.
We got to find it out.
Find
Exactly.
It out. Yeah.
I think we should come up with that.
Yeah.
Scenario.
Well, we know so kind of
and obviously not.
Yeah.
Air.
I know what you're saying.
Just because if something
kind
happens,
of cue each other. All right.
Something happens and we need to be all right, man. You know what? Got to drop a number 2. Whatever the.
Yeah. No, we'll just end it. We'll wrap it up. Hey. If it gets to that point, we're all right, Doug, dude, we're so happy that you came. You know, it just, when do you drop that? You know, at a point where it's all right, well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time. It's been awesome. And then, kind of let him know, all right, the fuck out.
I don't foresee that happening by any means.
But you gotta be prepared.
But I think, Justin, I'd hate to ask him.
Watch him listen to this whole episode before.
Just anything. No. I mean, honestly, just anything. He could listen to this and I would hate to ask him a question and just and he would. I don't even want to say because I really don't. I think it's gonna go.
Hey,
fantastically.
No expectations.
No, right.
We
and
prepare how we come up with good questions, and if he doesn't respond, then don't respond.
And I guess what I'm trying to get at is how do we get out of, or how do we not get out of it? I guess that's maybe that's where get transition from, all right, we wanted to interview this guy to, okay, let's introduce him to our show.
Yeah.
And be all right, if you're not vibing just with the interview. Let's just have you go along with the show. And then if you're not vibing with the show, all right, then we're just going to call it.
Yeah.
And be like,
well, no, we also talked about this. I think this is a good direction to go. Come up with something, a trivia game or something.
oh, yeah.
Something where, like, maybe if the questions aren't flowing and we can understand it, but make it flow. Like,
Yeah.
all right, hey, well, Doug, we came up with a game for you. We thought put your mind to the test a little bit. We're going to end with this, see how you do, and then we're going to wrap this episode up, and yeah, like, you know what I mean?
Maybe, okay. So I like that. So preliminarily, if we get to a point in that where we're at the interview and we're just like, he's not really going, we'll just be like, all right, Doug, pick a number 1 to 300.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, all right, we got a question for you.
Yeah.
299, here's your question.
Yeah.
And we ask him a question. All right, pick another number. And we'll just go. Or
Yeah.
whatever, like, here's a mental health quote we had, and we'll go back and look at one of our what do you think about it?
Yeah.
And we'll just go off that.
Yeah. I agree.
Cause I'm a little nervous, man.
Well, I know. I think. Next week. Me and you will sit down and we'll just, we'll spend a good amount of time just getting shit put together and, I think nerves come from, or my nerves come from, like, I honestly really, I wouldn't say nervous, but just kind of uncertainty of what's to come with the interview, not knowing,
Of course.
not knowing the person I'm about to communicate with, how it's going to go, how I'm going to have to stance my questions, how I'm going to have to talk to this person, like, am I going to be able to, like, bust his balls? Am I have to be stand stern and, like,
Because, say, like, you're reading the book and you're like, oh, I'd love to ask him a question about, like, maybe his grandkids.
Yeah.
And you bring it up and he's like, don't fucking talk about my grandkids. You're like, oh, Jesus Christ. All right. I guess I'm not talking about his grandkids. Like, anything.
And that's what you say. Pick a fucking number 1, 2, 300.
All right, Doug. Well, pick a number.
Yeah.
But I think, so, all right. So next week, should we have the book just done?
Yeah,
by next week.
Yeah,
next
I'll probably
week,
finish it tonight.
Yeah, just have it done, and we can just start coming with questions.
We'll start flowing individually, and then we'll get together and we'll just
finish the book and come up. Maybe like just have start to finish questions.
And and on top of questions, think of fun things we could do with Doug. Show him a good time. Fun games and that, not necessarily are all like mental health, serious, heart-wrenching questions. A little fun shit, like shit to kind of get the mind working a little bit, like in a fun way. And I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Dude, this is so off. I'll not.
Hold
no
on 1
reason
second.
for me to say this.
I think you should say it.
I'm excited to fucking go home, smoke a blunt, eat some pizza, dude. I don't know why I'm in that mood. Just sparked in my mind. I'm excited. This is a big step for Hold Us Accountable. This is our biggest step I think we have taken in this podcast. I think this is kind of a stepping stone for us, for me and Max, in a direction to kind of open doors for being comfortable with inviting guests, bigger kind of guests. We're not friendly, like not just friends or not just people we know, but say we read another book of authors that, not even our family knows. Just being comfortable with inviting people in here and comfortable with ourselves, being able to do an interview, being able to have people in here and being able to be professional in a way where if whatever way it goes, we can handle it. I think this is probably the biggest step in Hold Us Accountable fucking history, dude. I'm pumped for it. I'm pumped for us, dude. It's a big step.
I agree. I think it is.
You can only start somewhere, dude. I think for us, like, this is a big... Because I'd love to get more guests in here, more frequent, that aren't, necessarily just friends. Maybe we pick up another book, and it's an author that our family don't know, nobody knows anything about.
I think I got was having a tough mental day today. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, having a tough. Just was like I don't, having one
Any
of those
certain
days.
reason or just one of those days?
I don't know. It was like it's one of those days where work just sucked more than usual,
Yeah.
and it was just like the last thing you wanted to do. When
Yeah.
you're like, I could be doing anything other than this
Yep,
right now, but
yeah.
I have to do this.
Yeah.
And then later in the day, I was just like, all right, I got to shoot Doug a text. A little
Yeah.
nervous. Didn't want to wait like 4 hours for him to be like, nah, I can't. It was just like
Yeah.
shot him a text and he was like, yeah, I'll just time and place, tell me when I'm there. And I was like, dude, we're getting
Yeah.
an author on.
Yeah,
Like, the
dude.
dude wrote a book.
I'm stoked, dude. I'm
and
really,
just to ask him, like, what was it like to write a book?
yeah.
Like something like that, just to be like, because I think, who wouldn't like to write a book? Me, like, who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Just be like, dude, what was it like to write a book?
Yeah.
Like, how hard, like,
Yeah.
did you have to
How
cut
did this
stories
process
out
start?
that you
Yeah.
wanted to leave in? Like, did you have to...
Dude, I can only imagine. That's what I'm excited about. Like, what other stories you got that aren't in this book?
Yeah,
dude. Like, what couldn't you fit in?
What's one story that you wanted to put in the book, but it didn't fit?
Yeah.
Or something like,
Are there any stories maybe that that you don't have to share with us? But are there any stories that you wanted that you were on the fence of putting in this book? But where was your line? Was there a line you couldn't cross, or was
Did you
it,
have
fuck it?
someone being like, hey,
Yeah.
this story ain't gonna
How
cut
much
it?
farther can you go than you trying to kill yourself and describing the plan of you trying to kill yourself?
And I
Yeah, like things like
or
that. Like,
the how I can't when Char's daughter was living
Yeah.
in her house
Ah.
and he was like the cats were just
shit.
there was garbage piling up. I was like, how do you even lit? And up until that point, not that I think like how did I guess Char seemed like such a strong
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
the way he described her.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's your daughter, so like to have your daughter kind of like walk all over you almost in
Yeah.
a sense of just like disrespecting you and like they're trashing the house that you own. Like how does that to me it's like such
It shows a
contra-
weakness in Char.
Well, but it shows a contradiction in like what he was writing, and which I'm curious to like know, like,
Yeah.
because she seems like
Awesome.
awesome
Yeah.
person. It's like
Yeah.
and it's her daughter, so like I can't be like, oh, that's a weakness because it's her daughter. Like if I can't imagine what it's like to have my own flesh and blood yet,
Yeah.
right?
No.
But
There's no fucking way any fucking kid of mine's doing that bullshit.
that's my thought too. Is
Yeah.
like there's no way like I own property and a child of mine is gonna
Yeah.
do that to it.
I mean,
Fuck
I
that.
also grew up in a house where if I peed and there's a fucking tiny drop of piss on that toilet seat at
You're getting
3 in the morning when my dad woke up,
brick to the face. I
my dad
witnessed it.
My dad would pick my ass up out of bed and tell me to clean the toilet. Not just wipe that pee off, clean the fucking toilet.
Right.
Like, those aren't my screecher marks, Dad. It's 2:30 in the morning. Well, you better clean it so you can go back to bed. Like, what the you're
Yeah.
letting your cat piss and shit, dude? No fucking way.
So yeah, that I like.
And hey, I mean, big for him. He stepped up and said something about it. You know what I mean?
And then, but he also big for him. He stepped up, said something about it, but then also backed off. He was
Yeah.
like, all right. Hey, I spoke my piece.
Yeah.
I let you know how I was feeling. You've let me know how you're feeling, and I gotta
Yeah.
respect you. You respect me, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna help. Because eventually he helped her fix it up, clean it up.
What
and-
was the difference between Char and these other girls? How did you actually know? Because every other girl you described at the start of it, you said, this is the one.
Yeah.
She seemed. But when you started talking about Char, he never ever used the word partner with any other girl.
right?
And they started talking about partner, life partners.
Well,
what
and-
does that spark? Was it? And I mean, the way he did, as soon as he started describing Char, the way she carried herself, in his words, was different than any other girl. And like,
dude, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of his ex-wives should have just been ex-girlfriends. Like, those all should.
Why are you marrying all these bitches?
Yeah, you don't have to marry.
And also, how like hard is it to do a decent proposal? By the way, bud, you know, stop whispering to bitches at tables, dude.
At a bar.
At a bar.
But you know, also, I don't know how much the times, quote unquote, the times had to play into it. Of like, it's the 80s. That's what you do. You marry the girl that.
Dude, this is okay. So if he's who I think he's gonna be,
yeah.
I that's gonna be like in the middle of it. Like, I will be asking random questions. I'm gonna be like, so I gotta ask you, man. Like, you know, I just met this girl. I'm just gonna bullshit. I met this girl, and I really think, you know, like, and you seem like the expert, man. Like, just how do I go about just doing a great proposal?
You'd be like, well, don't do it in a bar.
Don't do it in a bar.
Don't just be like, hey. You want to get married?
Yeah, don't. He did it in like don't do it. Where was it? He did it in like in front of, they were on vacation, in front of a bunch of people on stage, dude. Oh, man, dude.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh.
That'd be funny, though. That'd be funny.
Yeah, it'd be good.
But
Also, what the fuck are your brothers up to? Your sibling? We never really talks about his brothers or his sister really at all.
I just... You know, and to maybe go a step deeper, and let me just turn this down for a second.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
No,
that out.
I just as smart as Doug is, I just feel like he's something with like. And maybe it has to do with the trust thing, but like, there's something about family, I think, that he missed.
Yeah.
And like his personal family, his mom, his dad, brothers and sisters, that something just didn't click. Like, in terms of trust, in terms of who the people are that actually love you and how they show love to you.
Yeah.
And like what real love is, and I don't mean like
in his family, the only real love that really seemed to radiate was his dad's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I just feel like, and so when I say it, I mean no disrespect to him and his family. It was just, it feels like there was just a connection lost. Like, even when he said he trusts certain people, it's like, but why?
Yeah. Dude, like, if we'll know real quick if we can ask these questions, and if we can, like, these are fucking good questions, dude, because not only are there, I want to know what but like, just like to hear, like, you know, for us to hear, for other people, like, why did you trust... He fucked up a lot of times.
Like, why did you trust this guy Daryl so much? Just because you trained him?
It seemed he lacked a lot of, like... Not self-awareness. That's not the right word, right? Like... I mean, it just, like... It's...
But... It's like... Okay. We lack certain things, right? Me and you.
Yeah.
A lot of... so many things that I can't even...
Yeah.
So... I don't think it's unfair to say, like, he lacked certain things.
Oh, not
just we lack business sense. Like, I don't fucking know that.
Yeah,
he was like, my experience with starting a website. We still don't know how to start a website, and I probably should know how to start a website by now, but I fucking don't.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, my experience in building a website and advertising. It's like, I mean, I kind of feel like we should be on top of.
I don't think we necessarily lack doing it, or lack the skill to do it. We lack the.
But
we just don't.
Exactly. Yes, but like, yeah, I see what you're saying. So, but like something is, I just feel like he was lacking.
Something had to have
some type of personal connection with people. Like, I feel like I'm a pretty I'm a introverted person.
Yeah.
I do get along with with people,
Yeah.
but I don't.
I think you're pretty cautious.
But I don't love it. I'm not like, yes,
Yeah.
this is my thing. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this is what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna.
You're good at adapting to.
Yes.
Like, if I gotta do this, I gotta do this.
But like you, I feel like you're like, I love people.
Yeah.
I love it,
I
and that's all. Like that's just you, and that's cool.
But
And
see,
I've-
it's different. Depends.
Exactly. No,
Like-
it's different.
Yeah, yeah.
That-
Well, like, I guess I was good. Yeah, like, I love people. Love being around a lot of people in certain situations. But, like, I can't go to busy restaurants. I hate that.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. Super
no.
different. But,
No, I get what you're saying.
yeah.
But so where we're both, you're good in certain situations, and
Yeah,
I'm
social-
not
yeah.
as good, but I'm better in other situations. You're not as good.
Yeah.
There's something like I get me and you.
Yeah.
I don't get him as
Yeah.
much. Like so what I'm getting at, it's almost like it's like throughout the whole book, I'm just feeling like I'm getting this lack of like a lack of
Like a fucking awareness, dude.
yeah, or some type, yeah,
'Cause there was never a
some
point-
type of
His mom was shitty, but, like, it never seemed like gave him a reason not to trust her.
right,
Like, she was honest with him.
exactly.
She told him what she thought, and she was always, it seemed, both of his parents were always there, never
Mhm.
left. So, like, there was never a thing where it's like gave him a reason, like, to want to cling to somebody, or, like, like, he needs that. Maybe that was it, the lack
yeah.
of that motherly love, that like, he never really talked about having, like, being super close with his sister, but he never had that, like, compassion from a woman like his mother. So maybe he always fiended it. Always
Yeah.
fiended it in the book. And no matter how shitty his breakups were, he always talks about, like, I miss that, having a woman around.
Yeah.
Having someone around. So maybe it was just like he just wanted it so bad that it didn't fucking matter. Like, he wanted it to be good just because he wanted it around, and then he just blinded everything out so it was around, and then it just came crashing down, taking all his money. And but, like, after the fucking third marriage, dude, like, come on, bro.
The other thing we have to try to remember and is the difference in technology.
Yeah.
Just in terms of, like, his first marriage was there were no phones.
Nothing, yeah.
Maybe his third marriage there were very
He got
early
cheated on,
cell
right?
phones.
First
think-
marriage?
Yeah, Cindy, she cheated on him with
Was Cindy his
Mike.
first marriage?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there was Roberta, and then there was
Barb.
Roberta and Barb.
Yeah. And then Char.
And then Char.
Sure.
Just so many Wisconsin woman names.
I know what the Barb.
Hey, Barb, then Roberta, and then Char.
I never trust
but
a
I just-
bitch named Sandy.
Something, yeah, it was just something
And that, dude, that's a huge question. Like, why? Like, what do you think it was? Why do you think it took so long for you to realize what a good person?
yeah, like,
How? Like, why did you allow yourself to get treated like that?
right, like, I really feel like it was the old school way of thinking was like, you find someone, you marry them.
Yeah,
Like, I remember,
that's wild,
dude, dude, I mean, I remember my first girlfriend. Like, I was like, oh, I love her. Like, I'm gonna marry her. And then when she broke up with me, it was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that? Like, but it was the best thing that probably ever happened to both of us.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
think mine a little different. We're like, I started like, I'm gonna marry this girl, but then I was in it long enough where, like, I saw that I didn't want to marry her. I saw the reasons why I didn't want to be. So, like, I'm not gonna lie. At this point, for me, which I mean, probably date before I get married again. But to me, it's like, if I'm gonna be with a girl, I'm gonna fucking make sure I'm gonna be with. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, my hindsight's gonna be like, I want to do this for the long haul, but like I'm self-aware where it's like, I'm gonna give it 2 years before I drop down, you know, like and
it seems
propose,
like he
but
was just like, no, this is what you do. You find a chick that you think is hot.
You date her for 2
and
months.
She's hot, and you like date her, and then she's like, you both like each other.
See, like
marry
from his
each other.
first 3 marriages to Shar were so different. We're like, every bitch he dated was met her, moved in, marriage, and then it was like, me and Shar didn't live with each other for like 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, like Shar had her own shit.
And again, like that's the whole like nowadays.
Yeah.
You
I ain't dating no bitch who don't have her own shit.
Or you
anymore.
date someone and you're like, after 2 months, they're like, can I live with you? You're like, fuck, no, you can't live with me after 2
See,
months.
I
What
did the old school
fuck
way.
are you talking about?
I knew Lexi for 3 months. And we moved in together.
Yeah, I mean,
Worst decision of my fucking life. Not because of like, but like it was like a
just
big learning where it's like
too much too
even
soon.
a year after that, 3 years before it ended, I was like, we shouldn't even be living together yet. I mean, also I had fucking her whole family living with me, but like on top of it, but like
you had a lot going on other than that, but
so did he. There's always
exactly,
you know, like,
exactly.
He always had
like,
baggage, dude.
Until you like understand a person and like fucking figure out how they fit with you.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe you don't realize that until you live with someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like,
Did you ever live with a girl?
Like
a girl you're with?
Technically no, but also technically yes.
Like, have you ever lived with a girl who didn't have any other place to go but your place? Like, who didn't have her own apartment?
No.
That's where it is.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
so that's where I see, like, I understand the, like, I get, like, I guess what I'm saying is, like, I don't judge Doug for anything.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Like, I just think it's like that way of just living was just kind of how you did it. It's not like Doug is this anomaly and everyone's like,
no.
Whoa, this is crazy.
I think
It's
another big thing with him too could have been like the lack of like blood family, that like, you know, like none of his kids ever lived with him except for his son, like for a little bit. Like he never had his family at home. I feel like he just wanted.
He did, but he was always working.
Yeah, true.
And that's another.
Because all his kids are with Sydney, right?
Yeah, and that's something I would like to ask. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's got to be tough. Like, but he was so good at what he did. It was like, how do you not do it? How do you, like, he really was a genius at what he was doing.
Yeah, man.
When it came to the television, like setting
entrepreneurship,
setting lighting, setting up studios, like
fucker was filming movies,
building audio studios for audio visual, like doing everything from designing to like implementing to actually building, like everything start to finish. So I get that, like, the work-life balance was probably insane, and then you're like, oh, I was working so hard so my kids would be, like, better off.
Yeah.
But then it's like, well, your kids never saw you.
Yeah.
But they had money, so I guess, like, cool, but, like...
Yeah.
So, are
you making... I don't...
You know, like, how do you ask a dude, like, Do you regret not? Do you regret working so much and not being with your kids?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe those questions could. Those are later questions. And see how deep he wants to get, because this motherfucker could just jump right in and like.
But it feels like
we'll see how deep he likes to deep, like how comfortable he is sharing, and then at a point it's like, all right, well let's get gritty with it then. Let's fucking.
Because I don't think it's negative. Like I don't think he's a bad. I'm not. I would.
I think the way he puts this all in his book, it seems like he'd be open to talk about it.
Because
it's out there.
He continuously says the whole time in his book, my family, my kids, and my wife were always the things I thought about, like nonstop. So it's like while he was working, he was like, all right, well I got to make money to like support my family, which. How the fuck can you tell a dude or anyone, a woman, dude, whatever, how the fuck can you tell a person, like, that's wrong?
Fuck up, yeah.
How can you tell someone, like, why'd you work so hard? You could have instead played board games with your kids.
Yeah.
Like, I understand the dilemma, I'm sure that, I also... the constant just like ringing in his ear of his mother being like, oh, you'll never amount to anything.
Yeah, it seemed like he always wanted to be he always needed to be on top, always on.
And then he finally feels like he's doing something, but it's not good enough for his mom, but he's making money for his family, so he's got to work harder, so he feels like he's...
Everything he did was like, I built this, I created, I have my own building, Heim Productions, top of the line, beautiful studio, and all I wanted to do was just show my mom. And she came in, walked around, and only thing she even batted an eye on was the sign outside. Like, Heim Production.
All right, so how about... I'm trying to think of how we can like come with the best questions, because I feel like we have a lot of questions, which is good, but I don't think we should just like bombard this dude with...
No, I say we sit down,
so
we come up with good questions, deep questions that aren't too deep, and we put our feelers out, you know. We give him some questions that, you know, I think things like even talking about like the suicide and depression are things that are easier to talk about than talking about your kids and talking about that's where sure. I think vulnerability is like, you can talk about yourself but once it comes to your manhood and your fatherhood, like that's where things get touchy and sensitive. And so like it's a feeler. I say we get together. Personally, we think of questions, but then we just write down questions and like, in a sense, kind of like rate them. Like, all right, well, like if he starts giving us good answers, deep gets a little deeper with this, then we can kind of move down this list, get a little deeper, see how comfortable he is, and then I think we'll be able to feel that pretty quick with him. Like, all right, well, like, and then we can also ask during the interview, like, you know, like if we ask any questions that you're not comfortable with, just, you know, nod us off. It's fine. Like, but
oh yeah,
your book is deep, and like we've been reading and talking deep about you. Like we're interested. Like, and
yeah,
we want to learn from you and learn about you. So like, we're gonna pick at you a little bit, and if you're not comfortable with it, just tell us to fuck off, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if there's any point where we're pushing too hard, tell us to fuck off, dude.
I'm excited.
I'm pumped. I really am pumped.
It's getting the blood flowing, because
I'm not that nervous for some reason.
No. Yeah, and it's not.
I'm like
excited.
It's
an excited nervous, because
yeah,
I don't think he's gonna be a reserved guy and a guy who's gonna be like, nah, don't ask me about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
Or a guy who's gonna be like upset when you ask him a question. I think if we, before the show, we'd be like, hey, this is just what we do. We drink beer, we hang out, we talk shit.
Yeah.
We swear.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we read your book, and we're family guys.
Moved by it, dude.
And we loved your book. We have a lot of questions about your family, about work.
Yeah.
And about just your life and how you've kind of grown through, like, the interweaving of work and family. Like,
yeah.
Because for me, that's something that's, like, kind of a nuanced thing, is, like, just working all day. Like, I don't
have that same drive he does, I guess.
I don't. If it came, like, I don't know. It'd just be interesting to talk to him about that. So I think if we just were straight up from the start, and it's a nervous excitement.
Yeah,
in
it is.
terms of,
It
like,
really is.
I'm excited to actually finally talk to this guy. I mean, we've been reading his book since almost, goddamn late October.
Yeah. I mean, we could have read this book in a week, but, like,
exactly.
But, like, I think that's going to be a compliment to him, because, like, I think a compliment to him is I read your book and I got frustrated through it. I got sad through it. I got happy for you through it. Like,
Felt
you pushed, you made that emotion visible through your writing, and I, like,
all the emotions. They were there.
Yeah, like, first of all, hat tip to you, because I don't know, I've never read a book. I don't read, and I'm interested in this. Like, it is, like, you tell a good story. You're a good storyteller.
Love to ask him, like, his process for writing a book. Like, what was it like to actually sit down and write a book about your life? Like, how? I mean, did
you have anybody proofread it?
Just a couple spots. Like,
and I
how
love the
long
fact that if he didn't, it's like, I love the fact that you spell words wrong too.
But so, all right, so we want to have the book, we'll say, finished by next Wednesday for sure.
Yeah.
And then
constantly think about questions.
Just
write down ideas you have, anything that pops in your head, like, you know, and you know, I wanna pleasantly surprise him with. You know, I feel like somebody, maybe, you know, I'm not of his stature, but, like, of somebody who's been through shit, been around a lot of people, been, you know, in the media world like he has, maybe would come in here and expect kind of not mediocre questions, but not, you know, just kind of the top of the line, like,
yeah,
you know, like, what influenced you to write this book? But, like, I want to I kind of want to make him think. I want him kind of like, stump him a little bit. You know, like, I want to impress him in that, where it's like, we didn't just read your book, we really read your book. Like,
so how about, like, all right, we'll finish the book, we'll write down questions, compile as many questions as possible, and then, so, like, next Wednesday, when it's, I mean, either it's just us two or it's us three, we'll bring all the questions, or we'll try to come up with as many questions as well. So we'll bring all the questions we have. We'll talk about the end of the book. We'll kind of review the book and be like, review all the questions we have.
Yeah.
And then we'll really come up with a good list of, like,
Yeah.
Just a solid list of stuff we want to ask. We can break it up. Like, all right, Carl, you want to ask these ones?
Yeah.
Shamo, you want to ask these ones?
But let's also not be too scripted with the guy either. You know what I mean? Like,
not
we're, which I know we won't be, but like I feel like we have to put, like, don't put too much on ourselves where it's like we gotta be perfect, gotta be scripted. Like, just be able to sit down, do what we do, have beers, talk to the guy, but also be prepared in a sense where like we got good questions in our back pocket. Like, and
yeah, I guess
I just hope I hope that he's just he's able to, like, even at, you know, like, it's a conversation where you can ask us questions too, you know, like it's just a good fluent, and also like we talked about, if it's not, then let's beforehand have a plan to get the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I think I just want to make sure, like,
I love this, dude.
I want to make sure, like, if you have certain questions that you come up with and you're like, I want to hit this, like, I want to make sure, like, all right, like, Carl's got this or these things, like he's got to ask. If Seamus is like, I read this section, I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
I want to ask this shit. All right, and then like we'll figure it out. But like
not scripted, but kind of order.
Order in terms of like what we each want to get out of it.
Yeah,
so if like Carl's like, well, I want to, or Carl, like you're not here. Yeah. If you're like, oh, I want to talk like mom stuff, and like I've got a couple these questions I kind of thought of.
Yeah.
And scripted in my head and how I want to ask him. Like, this is how I want to ask him. It's like, oh, okay. Like, I had something kind of like that, so I'm not going to ask it. Like, I'll let you do that, and I'll ask maybe this one.
I like that.
So, like, just so we're all on the same page, and so we're not like, well, I was going to ask him all this.
Just about,
just so we're all like, okay.
What makes me confident is the way we've just talked throughout reading this book. Like I know there's not going to be a point in interviewing him where we're like, oh, well, can't really think anything. Like, I think we're super curious and into
Absolutely.
And he makes it super easy for it, you know, like I'm like, you know, got to give him a good introduction, you know. Doug Heim, you know, this man started his own pirated radio station. This dude has done this and that. This dude put the tip of a penis on TV screens everywhere.
Please welcome from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
A man who lived on his boat when he was 40 years old.
A man who lived on a boat. He started a radio station that he shouldn't have.
A man who dated a bitch named Cindy.
He put the tip of a penis on TVs everywhere.
Talk about starting a revolution. This man basically started dance revolution.
If you've danced on a lit dance floor, you've danced on his dance floor. Please welcome
a man who almost shut down my grandpa's radio news station.
Douglas Heim!
Yeah. And I'm definitely bringing like the clapping sound.
Oh yeah. No, I think that'd be fun. I think
I'm just so curious what his voice sounds like.
Maybe we should. Okay, how about we also next week we write up an introduction for him?
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's write an intro.
Holy shit! It's almost 1 a.m.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Yeah.
Jesus. Well, good for us.
I mean, yeah.
Good for us. Man, what an episode, huh?
Dude, I'm so excited to smoke weed. I was in such a drinking mood, and then I just hit a point where it's like, dude, I'm stoked to fucking get hazy.
Get a little hazy. I might have to steal a couple puffs from you.
Oh, yeah, I figure we get back to my house and roll up a vitamin. And
that'd be fun.
It's Friday night, my friend.
Friday night.
Damn.
Well, hey.
Yeah. Okay.
So, let me just.
You want to do me versus dictionary and shit today, or you want to just kind of you want
to unveil the song?
Yeah, we could end it with Carl versus dictionary, and then what we learned today.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a word picked out yet.
Okay. I mean, we could unveil it today, or we could unveil it next Wednesday.
But I can find one. I can find a word quick. Well, let me.
I feel like I'm not fucked up enough to misspell a word.
Yeah, you're not. You're saying your words so clearly.
I'm so You
might have to drive me home.
It's the most sober I've been. I feel great, dude. I should have started taking vitamins a long time ago, man.
How about okay? What do you want to do? Let me ask you this: what do you want to do? What do you feel like?
I'm kind of cool ending on just this. On my mind's just on the book right now, dude.
Mine's on the book. All right.
Yeah.
Let me just pull up a. We don't have to talk about the mental health quote. We don't have to discuss it, get into it.
Yeah, I would like to leave with
But
one, though. I'd like to hear one before I go.
do have a good one.
I need something. I need to think that way.
A quote to
Go
get
to
us
sleep on
just.
By the way, Max, thank you for sticking with this for 50 episodes and keeping it fun, dude.
Dude.
I think the best thing about this is that it's never gotten old.
It hasn't, man.
I
It's
think-
always just been
yeah.
fun. I think
Yeah.
that's the whole thing. Is
I
this
think
is just a fucking.
I texted you, like through the holidays, and shit got hectic, and we're starting to miss episodes, and taking a little time off, and I did text you like, I want to get back on track, and you're always full force with that, and I appreciate the fuck out of that, and it's been fun.
Fuck
It
yeah, man.
never gets old, dude.
Dude, no, it never
I
gets
still get
old.
the same thrill walking in the studio than I did the first time.
Hey, man. Don't get it twisted, man. I appreciate you coming on and being along for 50 episodes as well,
50
dude.
episodes, almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years we've been doing this shit, and I'm more excited now than I ever have to just see what the future holds. And fucking February 16th is a huge
Big day.
fucking step in this fucking podcast fucking landmark, dude.
Got an author.
Yeah, dude, I'm
We
stoked.
got an author.
Super stoked. We're gonna have to take a picture. Look at the backdrop. We have to take a picture. Doug Heim, dude.
We'll put all the darts right in the bullseye.
Oh yeah.
Nah, yeah, I mean.
I'm pumped, dude. I'm pumped.
But all right. You make
I tried
what?
real quick.
Yeah, real quick. What's up?
So I started. I'm trying to itch at. This
You got a
is-
Hinge profile?
No, I do.
Oh, you okay? I was just kidding. I
No,
didn't
don't
think you
use it.
actually did.
Did try to
Anyway.
make one. That's way too
I was
adultish for me. I don't know.
Joking. It was a bad
Anyway,
joke.
talking
bad
to
timing.
talking to my barber, and he started bringing up AJ Dillon and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, hey, man, I do a podcast. Like, you should just mention it to him. Tell him, like, not a lot of people, it's pretty low key. Like, what are the odds? He's like, I mean, yeah, I guess I could just fucking say something. It's like, all right, dude, I'm going to tell you again. So in a month, I go in for my next haircut. And I'm like,
Fucking throw it out there.
and he was telling me, he's like,
Handcan do
dude,
beards?
have you listened to AJ Dillon's podcast?
No, he has a pot.
Yeah, it's just him and his little fucking white roommate. I think they've been buddies forever, dude. Yeah, it's like just in this apartment. Yeah, it's just. I think they talk like video games and shit, and like, yeah, dude. It's just. So after watching that, so I tried to go on Twitter and message him, but he doesn't have that. He doesn't allow it. But I know Hansel's like good buddies with him, and me and Hansel are homies. So I was like, quad. Dude, imagine those quads walking in here. But he told me, he's like, I mean, if you ever, like, you can't talk football with the guy.
I wouldn't. I would talk, I mean, I would, well, first, okay, I would figure out what the guy's into.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have to do a lot of studying.
We'd have to do some
Apparently
research.
Very, very smart.
He's probably way too smart for us fucking jabronis.
If you want to just slug beers, dude, like...
So you like
Yeah.
Bush
Dude, he's a straight
Light?
Green Bay dude through and through. He bought a house. He doesn't go anywhere for the... Like, he's here. Bought a house here, dude. I follow him on Twitter. Like, he's always in Door County. He's at Kroll's all the time.
He said
like,
that. He was like, dude, I'm a Green Bay. Even if he's like,
Dude.
he was like, even if I leave the Packers, I love Green Bay. He's like, I'm a Green Bay
Dude,
guy.
he just seems like a... Dude, I'd love to meet him.
I mean, who wouldn't? The dude...
Him and Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones seems like a fucking awesome motherfucker, dude. It's really cool, fucking, like, humble dude. Seems like.
Yeah. Like, different dudes.
Different.
Like,
I feel like I could jive a little more with Aaron Jones. Just it feels
Yeah.
like that's kind of the folk I grew up around.
I feel like Aaron Jones, like, kind of likes football. And it's like...
I think
He's like, all right, I fucking dig
Yeah.
some ball, dude.
Yeah.
And AJ Dillon's like, man, I just got these fucking 38-inch fucking quads, and
I might as well use.
I can knee a linebacker in the face and
Yeah.
get 4 yards.
By the way, I like this will be our tiny 2-second Packer talk. Fucking AJ Dillon just showed up this year, bro. He fucking.
Yeah, man.
I remember last year thinking like, maybe it was a little more talk than show, and this year I was like, this motherfucker's a tank. I love this motherfucker, dude. Not only can he run like he's a semi truck, he can catch a motherfucking ball and fucking ball out, dude. Anyway, we'll talk about that. I mean, the draft's in what? Fucking April?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The end of
Talk
April.
about Packers around then.
Yeah, well, man, I'm very close to draft mode, so
Which is an exciting time.
we'll talk about it. Especially because I would love to keep Rodgers.
Yeah, and we'll figure that out probably in 2 weeks.
If he gets bounced, like it, like the biggest apprehension is like, oh, we're gonna send him to a different team, and he's gonna turn that team into like a perennial Super Bowl team,
Be like a Brady situation.
right? And you're just like, God, why couldn't he have done that with us and the Packers? But I mean, three cracks at the NFC
Yeah.
Championship game, and he hasn't.
Maybe we need something more.
I don't know. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of him. All I'm saying is that if it does happen, I'm not going to just be like this, like the world is ending.
At this
it's
point, the whole
over.
world is anything is out the door. It's like-
Exactly.
we've been doing this for 2 years now. Like,
I
I hope he fucking succeeds wherever he goes. I love Rodgers. I don't hate.
Yeah.
No shade.
Zero.
You go to any NFC North team, yeah, fuck yourself. You know, you're gonna get the
Right.
same treatment Favre did. But yeah, dude.
I mean-
at this point, it's just like I just want to know the future. I just want to know what's going on.
Exactly. Yeah.
You got me clenching my butt cheeks for fucking 2 years now, bud.
I'm kind of over it. And if
Oh.
it's over, it's over. If he's going to stick around longer, great.
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'll just keep clenching, I guess.
Devontae would be hard to lose.
I
That's a
love
guy.
Devontae,
Love
man.
Devontae.
That guy.
I could see Devontae going and playing in a warm city, a fucking Hollywood team.
Tearing it up. Like the Rams or some
That's
shit.
exactly what I was
God
going to say.
damn it.
I could see Devontae going and playing.
Cooper Kupp,
Oh my god,
Odell Beckham,
dude! You know
and
what's
Devontae.
you know what's dope?
Jesus.
Weddle, dude. Just
Dude, right?
coming off the street. Yeah, I'll come play a quick AFC Championship game.
He's
Or
like, well, I
NFC
guess
yeah.
I'm in the Super Bowl now?
Super Bowl. And did you hear his quote? He's like, after this Super Bowl is done, I'm going right back to my normal life. Football's done, never coming back to it. Like, as soon as this game's done, football's done. I'm just here to help. Like, dude, what did he? When did he retire?
To be like,
Was it last year?
yeah, I mean, maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Would have been the latest.
And he's just a G. He's balling out.
I mean, he's got fresh legs.
Yeah, he's fresh as fuck.
He's got those 33-year-old fresh legs.
Oh my god, dude. Anyway, man, I'll put these back on to end this one.
But little quote to send us off.
Yeah, please.
You make your life hard by always being in your head. Life is simple. Get out of your head and get into the moment.
Poof. Yeah, I'm a soak that one for a bit.
It's tough though,
Yeah.
man. It's
It is.
tough.
It is.
Because sometimes the moment, like when I'm working, sucks. I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
be in the fucking
Sometimes
moment.
sometimes
right
it's
now.
hard to sometimes it's hard to be in the moment.
I just don't want to be in the moment.
And then I mean life and overall it should just be simple. But
sometimes
you're being in your head does make it fucking terrible
It does.
sometimes, dude. Terrible, but sometimes it makes it very exciting. Like, it depends on my mood, dude. You know, some days, like, I'm just thriving. Nothing really happened to make it a great day, but it's just like I'm thinking of great things. I'm
Yeah.
fucking, like, pumped, like,
Yep.
juicing myself up. But then, on the other hand, it could just be like, well, who's going to die today? You
Yeah, you
know,
just get
those
those weird-
thoughts. Yeah.
like, well, I was a pretty shitty person yesterday, so I guess I'm just a shitty person today. And
You
you're like,
remind me of Louis C.K. when you did that.
well, I guess I'm just a shitty person forever. Like, why? I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm fine. Like, no, you're not. You're a piece of shit.
It's like what?
You looked at tits yesterday on your phone. You're an asshole. You're a sinner. You're a fucking piece of shit. You fucking no good for nothing fucking loser.
Tit looker.
Yeah, and you're just like,
I
no,
love tits.
you're just like,
dude.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You ever have those days like that being in your head? Sometimes it's not even like, I feel like it's not even me in my head. It's like I hear my voice being trying to rationalize, but then it's just like some other motherfuckers got to be talking all the time.
Yeah,
it's like
like,
sometimes I do just like stop and I'm just like, does my head ever just shut the fuck up, dude?
do you ever do this thing where
That's why I smoke a shitload of weed, because of all my thoughts are stoned, so they're all just like,
Yeah.
why?
you ever have this thought where sometimes you're like, well, man, like we need to like do this, and I'm like, no, not we.
No, yeah,
I
You
need
guys
to,
are out of this.
yeah, it's like
bro.
no. This is I need to fucking do some shit. Not there's no like
Dude,
we need to like work on it. It's I need to work.
I hear about this
on-
like multiple personality disorder. It's like, bro, I'm pretty sure I have it.
yeah, it's like I have it, and I know I need to work on all of these things.
Anna cracked me up today. She's like, I took a fucking autism spectrum test, and it says I have like full blown autism. And my mom just goes, well, at least you're a very high functioning person on the spectrum. Oh man, yeah, dude. I mean, fuck all the voices in my head. One thing, I think it was one mental quote that I think I read a long time ago. And it was a TED Talk I listened to.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just like, sometimes you just gotta just allow, like, like those thoughts you have where they're like, this is the worst thought in the, like, this is fucking terrible.
yeah.
I have to bury that back. And like, just, I heard somebody talk where it's just like, sometimes you just gotta let those thoughts breathe and let them talk as loud as, and then eventually, like, it runs out of words and you can rationalize at that point. Like, sometimes you really have to just let those things yell, dude, and eventually people lose their voices and then you can step in. But yeah, man, life is simple. Sure it is,
I mean,
hard always being in your head. Yeah, I'm constantly in my head, but you can find moments of clarity for me doing things. Probably, I'm sure maybe like working out for you, those things like that. Reading a book. Those are times where I'm truly silenced.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't want to. I mean, if you figure out, like what you said with like, working out for me, like you figure out who you are and what you enjoy doing as a person.
Yeah. Figure out ways to silence.
Yeah, if you're like, well, yeah, like I go to the gym and I work out and everything's great, but then like it's,
Fucking voice.
but then I get home and like the voice is just
Then I
like,
look
well,
at
why'd you do
tits
that? It
again.
was stupid. Yeah, I was like, but if you're just like, no, I enjoy like
Yeah. You gotta look good and
doing
feel good.
or like longboarding. I need to fucking get 3 miles
Just need
in.
to push.
I just need to like, even I mean, dude, just like longboarding and getting the rhythm down
Oh,
of like of feeling like your body connected to the board, which is connected to the road, and you lean into it, and your hips are like engaged, and you're leaning to the whichever direction that pushes you to the whichever direction. You lean in another direction, whatever. Like, I don't know it. That's not me.
Yeah.
But if your connection with that, or whose ever connection with that, gets you out of your head, then let that be the connect. If it's a frol thing, you just,
or sometimes it's just ordering a large 3-topping pizza and eating the entire thing. And then the voices in your head have no energy to be like, well, that was stupid. They're just like that was. And usually at the end of that, I'm so bloated and disgusted. But it's never a thought of like, why did I do that? It's like, I could probably order another
couple,
and put it on top of this.
or 2 tree Taco Bell.
Mine's a wild place. Like my 2 a.m. Coca-Colas. I don't understand it.
I don't either. I know a few people who will like wake up in the middle of the night and just like have this uncontrollable urge to like eat or drink things.
I just like if
And
there's
I
an ice,
don't have
if
that.
there's an ice cold Coca-Cola in my fridge, I will fucking
Going down.
chug. It's like usually if I'm having I don't sip soda. I fucking chug any. I'll go to hungover. I'll go get breakfast. One time, dude, I was with a buddy, and this sticks out, man. I had like 8 glasses of Coca-Cola. Just eating breakfast. Just because it's that fountain Coca-Cola, dude. No worse feeling than too much unhealthy caffeine. But I love it, dude. I love soda in certain moments. And that's why I drink.
Yeah.
That's why I drink mass amounts of it.
What was Anthony Bourdain's like famous quote? Was like, nothing better after a night of partying than a joint and a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, dude. That is so spot on. That is my recovery, dude.
Yeah.
A fat doinker and a fucking ice cold Coca-Cola.
It's like,
dude.
there's nothing better than after a night of partying than a joint and a Coca-Cola.
I'm gonna tweet that right now.
I mean,
I'm trying to get on this Twitter thing, dude.
that dude was Anthony Bourdain was a
Is he
a
dead?
national treasure. Yeah, man, he killed himself.
When
A couple years ago. He was the like the food guy. He would go to like these weird like,
I gotta look him up.
yeah, if you see him you'd probably be like, "Oh, this motherfucker."
He killed himself?
Yeah, man. Well, I think maybe it was maybe he OD'd. Maybe it was an accidental OD.
Oh, holy fuck. This is the motherfucker who said a joint and a Coca.
Yeah. He was like, "There's nothing better after a night of partying."
Oh, yeah, he
after
hung
a
himself.
night of drinking than he's like, "There's nothing better after a night of drinking than a joint and a Coca-Cola."
Damn, dude.
And
Rest
dude,
in peace.
it's
T's and P's.
fucking true.
Dude, it's so true, bro.
I can't think of anything.
A fat dinker and a
Fucking
fucking ice cold
Trust me,
cola, bro.
I've had quite a few nights of drinking
Oh
and waking
my
up the next
God,
morning,
dude.
and some of the best things.
I
have
tell you
been-
what, dude. Greasy food I always fuck with after I'm hungover. Like, I do like that. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think I fucked myself. I woke up hungover last Saturday and ordered a Papa Burger from A&W, which is just a banger, dude. Love it.
Yeah.
And ate it, dude. And like that's when I started getting sick. So I didn't think I was sick. I thought I just shouldn't have ate a Papa Burger at 9 a.m. A double Papa Burger
Right, you were
and
just
fries.
Like, ugh.
And like I was so extremely bloated and uncomfortable where it's like I don't think I'm ever eating fast food again when I'm hungover.
Do you remember what you ate the night before? 'Cause I've heard-
Nothing, I don't think.
I've heard a lot of like, because food poisoning usually takes like 24 hours. So it's usually like something. A lot of times what'll happen is like you'll eat something and then like 8 hours later you feel like shit.
Yeah.
But really what it was something you ate 24 hours earlier.
Oh, okay.
And that's what fucked you up. It wasn't what you ate 8 hours before. It was what you ate 24 hours before.
Yeah, I mean,
So you're always just like, oh, I ate
that was
fish.
probably like pizza.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, I ate fish. Oh, fish is what fucked me up. It's like, no, you ate like a raw steak or whatever the fuck it was,
Yeah.
and that's what fucked you up. Or, you know,
I did. That was also.
but I don't know.
I was super drunk one night, and I just de-thawed a steak
Yeah,
and just
ate it.
Thought I cooked, just blacked out, just eating raw steak, just blood running down my.
No, that's it. I mean, carnivore diet, man. I mean, that's all I did for a month. That's all
Did you cook the steak though?
Nah, I just threw it in the microwave.
Really?
Put it on. No, I fucking cooked
Oh.
everything. I'm not a fucking dumbass. Fucking kidding.
You ever eaten 4 raw brats? Yeah,
No.
done that before.
I don't.
Stomach of steel. Didn't even get sick. Terrible. Just mush. Raw brats are mushy.
Ugh. Ugh. God.
Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for
Hanging
fucking
out,
sake.
soggy.
Nothing like a raw
Nasty.
steak in a joint. No, in the wise words of Anthony Bourdain, nothing like
Man.
what?
Oh, no. No, I thought you were going to finish. And I was gonna be
Nothing like what does it go?
a joint and a Coca-Cola.
After a night of booze hounding.
Episode 50. Holy crow. We hit the 4-hour mark tonight.
Did we?
Oh, we're right about there.
Yeah, I should plug this thing in, huh? I can end this.
Yeah, we can end it out on a good note.
Oh yeah.
We talked, man, we just talked.
Yeah, dude, let's go fucking drink some Coca-Cola and smoke some Dinkies. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 50 holds accountable.
R.I.P. Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Here we go.
Have a good night.
Here we go. Let's get it.
No one's listening at this point, so
Yeah, thank you to
fuck
the-
all. I mean, Grandpa, not fucking. I
Thank
know
you
you're
to the
listening.
tens of people.
Tens of
Thank you for
fives of people.
The fives.
Shot!
The fives of people. We did it. Episode 50.
Yeah, we did, dude.
We'll be back next week to challenge you listeners to get up out of your comfort zone. Try some shit you ain't done
Yeah,
before.
man.
This is... God damn it.
Yeah, this is Hold Us Accountable.
This is
Woo!
accountable.
Hold us accountable.
Hey.